far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Canada.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice.
Everything looking good.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How are you guys doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today we got the Michigan Xfinity race. Why did they play the Canadian anthem? Because it's a track that's close to Canada.
Because obviously
There's a lot of Canadian people visiting.
Let's watch. The wet side clears.
They do it at New Hampshire. They do it at,
It's just like what, dude?
I think, Watkins Glen. They might even do it at Dover. I don't know.
But faster, meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. Connect with a medical provider at ro.co/sparks.
In a game full of pressure, there's a force that propels the best to greatness. Having an edge from within. The PGA Tour's ultimate prize.
A big show is coming. We're ready to go racing.
There could be some cells that hit the track.
Racing country.
There is rain in the area for this race today. We got the Xfinity race from Michigan. It was supposed to already be started. This green flag was originally scheduled for 3:36. That was 11 minutes ago.
One last chance
But that's not happening quite yet. We're about to go green. They're about to fire the engines in just a few minutes here, and then we'll be going green around 4 is the green flag. But there is still rain cells that might hit the track. I hope that it doesn't. I hope that if it does, we can at least get the race started. So yeah. My man Sheldon Creed is starting on pole today, but he is not my pick to win. My pick to win is the guy who is starting in 4th place, Mr. Cole Custer. He's my pick to win today.
Only on Verizon.
It's a renovation celebration at Hyundai Cicero. Our construction sale event continues through August.
Come lease your new 24 Hyundai Elantra SEL now just $159 a month, 36 months. Or choose 1.99 for 60 financing plus bonus cash during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Summer's winding down, but we're heating up. It's the construction sale event at Hyundai Cicero at Drivers Village. See why at HyundaiCicero.com.
Stay in here, stay in it.
Hang on to it, hang on to it. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you. Come on, we won, baby. That is awesome. Hell yeah, man. Way to go. Proud of you.
There have been 13 different winners in the last 13 Xfinity Series races here at Michigan. Could it be 14 straight, Dave Burns?
Hard to believe that Justin Allgaier could make it 14 straight in the 7 car. He has not won here at the Michigan International Speedway. His 24 career wins, 10th on the all-time chart. He'd like to move into 9th with a victory today. He starts in the 16th position. See if he can make it forward from there, DJ.
Yeah, and John Hunter Nemechek in the 20 car, he is one of those winners. He won here just last year. This driver yesterday didn't really like the way his car was handling in the draft. Yeah, he's the slowest qualified car of the JGR cars, but look for that experience that he has to help him make his way to the front before this is over. How about his teammate Sheldon Creed, DJ? He's on the pole for the second time in 3 races. He got his first ARCA win here at Michigan. Could his first Xfinity win come here at MIS as well? He would love to continue the trend, DJ, that you and Daniel Hemrick started by finally getting a win after 10 second-place finishes in the Xfinity Series. You know, we saw that drafting practice yesterday, DJ. Is it going to be a wild card race on the level of a Daytona and Talladega, or more like Atlanta, you think? Yeah, much more like Atlanta. I think we're going to see some pack racing, but handling is going to become an issue for these drivers as the air builds up and their tires wear some. So you're going to have to pay attention to that as you get in these packs. Is this a race behind the wheel you kind of have to manage in your head as much as anything else, DJ? There's going to be a lot of thinking, anticipating as what's going on in front of you and getting yourself positioned in the right spot. Could there be a surprise winner today? Time to find out. Let's get the engines fired here in the Motor City.
Michigan International Speedway. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Please welcome Michigan Medical Director, Dr. John Mano.
Drivers, start your engine.
So the engines are fired here in Michigan. This is the fastest track in NASCAR, one of my favorite tracks. Track I've always wanted to go to. I really want to go to this track. It's been even more so recently. Like,
The thing about favorites is they're only your favorite until a new favorite tells your old favorite to beat it.
Introducing the all-new Sonic Smasher. So good, it's about to be your next new favorite.
Yo, I'm not a big fan of change, but I'm willing to try it.
I gotta tell people about this.
Yo.
The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live, breathe, eat Sonic.
Let's get started. Bill, where's your mask?
I really tried sleeping with it, everybody, but I'm done struggling. Now I sleep with Inspire.
Inspire?
Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside my body with just a click of this button.
A button?
No mask?
No hose?
Just sleep.
Yeah, but you need the hose, you need the air, you need the...
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
All you can eat riblets, shrimp, and boneless wings.
so yes, this race is 125 laps. The stages are, stage 1 is lap 30, stage 2 is also 30 laps, that would be lap 60, and then the final 65 laps is the final stage. You need to either complete stage 2 or get to halfway, whichever one comes first for it to be an official race. This case, it's the end of stage 2 comes first, so
no more nudging your partner.
or sleeping on the other side of the house. Because the Temper Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring. then
Lap 60 would be the
automatically adjusts
official.
to reduce it all night, every night. Don't miss our biggest sale of the year with savings up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets and experience the deep, undisturbed rest of Tempur-Pedic. Learn more at TempurPedic.com.
The countdown is on. The playoffs just 6 races away, and someone wants to win their way into those playoffs that currently isn't there. It's NASCAR Series, Xfinity Series Racing from Michigan, the Cabo Wabo 250. Now we take a look at today's starting grid, brought to you by Cabo Wabo Tequila. As we look at the front row, it has Sheldon Creed and Riley Herbst up there, but just one spot back is 19-year-old Taylor Gray starting third. He is a full-time truck series.
Just 2 pace laps. At the end of the first pace lap, they'll come down pit road to check pit road speed, and then green next time by. So they're not fucking around.
Of the 21 Austin Hill, 2 wins on the season so far, and it was to kick off the season. Daytona, Atlanta. We've heard the whole pre-race talking about what style of racing are we going to see here. 6 career Speedway style wins. Maybe today could be number 7.
Starting back in 23rd is 35-year-old New Zealander Shane Van Gisbergen. He has 3 wins already this year. His last race at Indy with this same racing package, his best on an oval, 4th.
Goes a little bit further back in the field to see 33-year-old Matt DiBenedetto. He's competed in all 3 series in NASCAR with the Truck Series ring. He'll roll off in row 16, looking for that first top 5 in the Xfinity Series.
All right, Jeff Burke, welcome back into the booth. I'll pose the question to both of you. It's a different style of racing. There has already been, at this racetrack, 32 Xfinity Series racing races, but this will be the first time with this package, this racing package. What can we expect?
Well, I think the unknowns are what we can expect. We saw yesterday in practice, the field was split, only half the cars out there at a time. Some cars had trouble handling. The key today, Steve, is you want to go down the straightaway as fast as you can, but you still need to drive good in the corners. So who found the right balance between downforce and lack of drag and trying to get that car to go fast versus getting it to drive well? And do we know which is going to prevail? Short run, at the end of the race, you might want a fast race car. Get a long run, you might want to make
Going a little slower on this pace lap, I noticed, so they don't have to do the. I don't think they're doing the 2 pace car thing.
Or are you loose? Is the
Trying to get the pack all.
gripped up? Today, I think it's going to be more of, do you have grip and do you have speed? They're kind of power limited by themselves in qualifying. I hate to use the word easy, but it was pretty straightforward, wide open. It will not be that way in traffic.
Dave Collig always talks about trophy hunting. Is that what's on the eye of the 16 of AJ Allmendinger?
Yep, and I believe he's probably just adjusting the steering wheel back there. We'll check in to make sure on that as AJ comes to a halt momentarily. And then,
What's up, Lucas? How are you doing today?
When it comes to tracks where there is some sort of pack racing, we've heard you guys discussing the fact that this may not be like anything that they've done before, but when you put AJ in a pack like that, that's where he really first found successes on the ovals instead of wins on the road courses. So we'll look for him to do that here again today. You heard the pep in his step with the signing of that new Cup Series contract.
Why is Sheldon Creed switching teams again? He is?
What the 16 can do is he's got things corrected now.
And AJ Allmendinger.
He is?
One of the drivers that's above the cut line.
Bro, I don't keep up with that shit.
Also that has not won yet. So he's in based on points. You see him 102 points above Sammy Smith, but a win locks you into the playoffs. And that's what AJ's looking for. Sheldon Creed, or Kligerman, Ryan Sieg, all those drivers still.
Oh, yeah, he is going to a Haas factory team. Interesting.
Making their way on pit road, checking
maybe he'll do better there.
Probably the happiest of the drivers with the break has been Riley Herbst, who won at Indianapolis, the last race that the Xfinity Series run. And let's listen into a little pep talk for that team.
We got good drivers this year. Starts this race. We got a really good. Maintain it all smooth all day long. But remember, be patient. Do not jump that run. Don't get sucked into it. We'll be there at the end. Thank you.
Be there at the end is the real question mark for me, Rick. Only a couple pace laps. We see them already. Lights are off. Cars are doubled up. And this is why we've had a little bit of rain in the area. It canceled Cup Series qualifying earlier today. You see another cell heading that way. Remember, there's 3 stages in this race. Official is either halfway or stage 2, whichever's earlier today. That's the end of stage 2. So that green and white checker to end stage 2 at lap 60 is an official race. Let's take some unknowns and just turn the temperature up even a little bit more, Jeff, thinking it may be a short race.
I'll tell you what else I like from that conversation is, hey, be careful not to take every run. What that means is you're going to have times today where you got this big run. What do you do with it? If you drive underneath somebody, you don't clear them, they might line up on the outside.
So yeah, this could potentially be a short race. I think after like a little bit more rain that might be passing through the area, I think that's it.
As a race car driver, you take every run you can get, but that may not be the case today.
Well, and patience and race car drivers, it's always a great combination. It should be awesome.
I don't know if you can ever describe a race car driver as patient. We'll be riding along with a few different drivers. One of those would be the driver of the 21 Austin Hill, has the United Rentals onboard camera.
All right.
Jeffrey Earnhardt, the Toyota onboard camera, 26 car. Justin Allgaier to his outside there.
Shane Van Gisbergen has the WeatherTech onboard camera in his number 97.
Okay.
The pace car is off of the track. That puts the field back
and
in Sheldon Creed, who won the pole yesterday.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Michigan.
See the green flag. We're racing in Michigan. Working to get up to speed. Side drafting will be a technique that will be used today. As we see it 3 wide for the lead now. Big push coming from the 19. Taylor Gray is going to take the lead here at Michigan, but only for a moment. Here comes Sheldon Creed in the
Sheldon.
on the outside.
The 98 of Riley Herbst slid up in front of his teammate, the 00 of Cole Custer. They're the second and third car on the outside lane.
It's good. That right there with the 19 car is what we were talking about. He made a run on the inside. How's it going to work out for him? Look at the cars lined up on the outside.
Apparently they have the restricted engine here.
Cannot keep up. There's nowhere for him to go.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Sheldon Creed getting out of line, trying to break that draft from Riley Herbst, who's just behind him.
Big, sweeping 2-mile racetrack. Jeff, you and I were out on it this morning in the pace car. Remarkably smooth. It's been over 10 years since it was paved, yet there's really no bumps, no ripples. You barely can feel the paving seams. The track itself, really smooth. Is a big move by the 2.
Yeah, it's a very smooth racetrack, and it's really wide. You can see the 2 car. He jumped on the inside of the 81, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith has been very aggressive in that 81 car, trying to get to this outside.
You asked who I have winning, Lucas. I have Cole Custer winning today.
Austin Hill slides in just behind, but the big loser since the start of this race is the 19 of Taylor Gray. He was up front.
Yeah, they kind of do got like a super speedway thing going on here.
To lead, and then has fallen all the way back and outside of the top 10 already.
And that scared every driver. They just watched him go from 2nd to 11th. They're like, okay, I can't make that mistake. I've got to time these runs correctly, Dave.
And Jeff, that's what a lot of drivers talked about with me was the unknowns. They don't want to be the first one out there to try that move. They were happy.
So this did not get delayed as far as I thought it would. So if this race is over by 6:50, I will be streaming the Red Sox, but I kind of don't know if that'll happen.
I think if the 98 can get to the right rear quarter panel of the 18, the majority of the cars would go with you around the outside. I think the risk is moving to the bottom.
Yeah, there's a big fight to get to the outside. Chandler Smith, watch what he tried to do early in the race. They're lined up on the outside. He sees this hole. Watch this. Immediately tries to jump up, and he just couldn't do it. The 30 of Noah Gregson was there, and he got hung out. He just nowhere to go. We're going to see that all day.
Seeing it right now. This time, it's the 27 that falls all the way back. Jeff Burton got out of line, and in doing so, he has paid the price. So now Sheldon,
it's kind of lame, honestly. I won't lie. I don't really like this.
leading this field.
I don't really like how they're racing right now. This whole single file shit.
Stop the draft from Riley Herbst. One thing I'm not seeing is we're not seeing bump drafting. We're not seeing the guys get all the way to the bumper of the car in front of it.
The draft isn't quite as dominant as maybe Daytona and Talladega, where you feel like you could push. They leave themselves a little bit of a gap as we ride on board kind of telemetry-wise with the leader on the bottom left. You see 176 miles an hour, bright green throttle trace, no thought about getting out of the gas. So still relatively easy wide open for the leader. We go back a little bit in the traffic, we'll see if it's the same for the guy in 8th, 10th, 12th. You know, it's obviously easy for Sheldon because he has all that clean air. But how about Sammy Smith back in the 8th position in the 8 car? It's that dark maroon car right there, 8th in line. You see maybe just a little breathe in the throttle, but still wide open as well.
A little bit of lift on corner entry, meaning...
I did not even know that this race was going to be like this, that they were using this package for the Xfinity race. This came as a complete shock to me, and I'm utterly disappointed. So far, I mean, still a lot of race left.
Inside, let's see if a hole opens up that he can fill. And the hole that he vacated, he slid right back in there, but barely. And now here comes Sammy Smith in the 8th. And now a little bit of jostling for position taking place. Once again, here comes the 19.
Good job by Sammy Smith to take advantage of that. Now here comes the 19. He's got to slide up in front of the 30. The 30 cars, he's not handling very well. You see the back of his car, Steve, moving around. I don't think he's very happy.
You think Sheldon will win today? I sure hope so. I'd love to see it. I don't care how it happens either. I don't care if he has to get in a rain shortened to win.
Getting in the corner on the 30.
I think that's how he got his first truck win.
The 20, John Hunter Nemechek.
I think he got his first truck win at Kentucky in a rain shortened race.
Plus one position and back in line for the 20.
Allgaier still hung out right now on the inside in the number 7 car. Take another look at Gregson and Smith.
See, Noah tries to slide up there. Sammy had such a good run. He went ahead, took the run, but he's able to clear. So right there, he's in good shape.
Jesse Love a little bit closer to Allgaier, not able to actually put the bumper to him. Just in front of them, the 81 of Chandler Smith. Chandler looks to the inside. Here comes the 7 now on the outside of Allgaier. Allgaier rolled by John Hunter Nemechek.
Well, that was the case right there that John Hunter in that 20 car, he was trying to run behind his teammate Chandler Smith to pick up a draft, to carry more speed. But he was better, but the 7 carried momentum and just jumped on the outside of him. You're going to have to use your mirror a great deal today.
I like what the 7's doing. I like that wider exit. When we go to full power races here from the past, the top lane has such momentum down the straightaway. So I know they're all wide open, Jeff, but run it up high, kind of unwinding the wheel, a little bit of that go-kart brake feel, right? Just lets the car roll a little freer. I know it's a longer distance, but if it's higher RPM, once again, we see the 7 on the outside, 81 on the inside now.
So see, Chandler can make this move right here and try to make something happen because nobody's behind him. So if it doesn't work out, he's not going to lose a bunch of spots.
Bigger gap in front of and behind the 7 right now.
Look how much they slow down side by side instantly. Now there's a 2, 3, 4 car length break in front of them. I believe that's being side by side.
And Chandler has his teammate John Hunter coming behind him. He's hoping he'll give him a push.
He goes to the bottom. But can he get there? Creed in front of
Oh my
Riley
God,
Herbst.
those clouds look
About a
scary.
tenth of a second separating 1 and 2 here in Michigan.
The thing about favorites is they're only your favorite until a new favorite tells your old favorite to beat it.
Introducing the
No, they have
all-new
side by
Sonic
side.
Smasher. So good, it's about to be your next new favorite.
Yo, I'm not a big fan of change, but I'm willing to try it. I gotta tell people about this. Yo.
The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
Everywhere but the seat. The seat is leather.
Well, we get it. You love your bike. We do too. That's why we're America's #1 motorcycle insurer. But do you have to wedge it into everything?
What? Don't do that.
This reminds me of my bike.
The Wolf was about the size of my new motorcycle. Have you seen it, by the way? Happy birthday, Grandma!
Really?
Look how the brushstrokes follow the line of the gas tank.
Hey!
Brought my +1. Jamie.
This is the make or break moment. Not just for the day, but for the years to come. This is where a race isn't just about the race. It's about the doors it can open.
That kid is amazing.
The number of fans wearing your number. This is the chance to carve your name into the history books. This is the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
The NFL is coming back with a 1-2 punch.
Oh, yeah, we're back on you, baby.
Are you ready for kickoff Thursday? Ravens, Chiefs.
Everything you got.
And we got Friday, too, live from Brazil. Packers, Eagles, only on Peacock. 2 nights, 2 continents, 2 huge matchups to kick off the season. It's too good. Damn good.
Oh, caution!
NBC and Peacock.
It's the 19 is around.
Taylor Gray,
Taylor
on his
Gray.
own, running 7th, was right down by the apron, and around he went, bringing out the caution for the first time here at Michigan.
Sees underneath 2 cars. Everything looks fine, and then right there, back of the car just comes around on him, Steve. We talked about the balance between downforce, driving the car in the ground, but that robs speed. Downforce makes the drive better. Take it off, it goes faster, but this is the result.
You got 15 laps on tires, you're starting to lose some mechanical grip. That way, when that arrow, that crutch, that side force you're leaning on like a cane goes away, the back of the car slides around.
Fortunately, no contact. Fortunately, you know, nobody hit him. He didn't hit anything. Hurt his pride a little bit. Stop, get 4 tires, go again.
So it's interesting time for a yellow because track position is going to be a huge point in this race. Math would say that, I don't know. I think one stop is really aggressive. I think you'd be really, really close on fuel on both runs, so the teams wouldn't want to do it. But this kind of takes the stress away. If you pit it right here, put fuel in your car, then you could stay out at the end of stage 1 and get all the way to the end of stage 2 with potential weather coming. That might be, something I would consider.
Let's listen into the 7 radio.
I'm moving to 30 when I get there, just so you know. It's super frustrating when people just race like they're going to race. It is what it is.
Frustration.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have that. Well, you have that.
15 laps in. Under caution, Allgaier goes up to let him know. And again, that's Noah Gregson behind the wheel of the 30, as we're seeing quite a few making their way onto pit road. Dave.
And one of those is young Carson Quapple, making just a handful of starts this year in the 88 car for Junior Motorsports. Has had a couple of very, very good runs. Right now, the car is free in the center, and that was a very familiar feeling to him. He said, just like practice, Marty.
Dave and Steve mentioned big decision for the crew chiefs here with rain near the Michigan International Speedway. Jesse Love said his car was just a little bit too free, so they wanted to make an adjustment here. There you see that with the wedge wrench. Sam Mayer lost a ton of spots right on the start of the race, and then he said he was way too edgy free to keep up in traffic, so a significant adjustment here for the one car, trying to tighten him up.
Great stop at the 88 Waffle coming off of pit road, but it is the 19 of Taylor Gray who brings out the first caution.
All right, sandworms out of the basement and the furnace has been exercised. Another Progressive Home and Auto bundle fully protected from the unexpected.
Beetlejuice caused quite a ruckus, huh?
Jamie, don't chase me.
Beetlejuice?
Saying his name 3 times is how you summon him.
Right. What if I say other words in between? Does that restart it?
Don't overthink it.
Or what if I broke it up into 2 parts? Like someone said, what's your favorite bug? Beetle. What's your favorite morning beverage? Juice.
Welcome.
Beetlejuice in theaters September 6th.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melted cheese, and a tangy sauce? Follow with me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
All you can eat riblets, shrimp, and boneless wings are back for just $15.99 at Applebee's.
How far would you go to win it all?
I was gonna say for water.
From the producers of The Traitors and The Circle comes a game where realized perception
Came in a win.
meets online deception.
More fake-ass bitches.
USA's The Anonymous. Set your DVR for Monday at 11.
Your Wyndham is waiting because you earned it after months on the road with the travel hockey team. And since chances are you're about 10 minutes from a hotel by Wyndham, you can keep earning and redeeming points towards free nights. Wyndham Rewards. Get the lowest price at WyndhamRewards.com.
You are bountiful. Your skeleton can support 2 times your weight. It's in your nature to stand strong. Supplement your bones with high absorption magnesium. Nature's bounty. It's in your nature.
This is the innovative McCormick Snap Tight Bottle. A bottle redesigned to seal in vibrant, long-lasting, fresh flavor. McCormick Snap Tight Bottles keeps flavor fresh and dinner delicious.
Are you tired of your hair breaking after waiting years for it to grow? New Pantene with more pro vitamins plus biotin and collagen. Repairs as well as the leading luxury bonding brand. Stronger, healthier hair without the $60 price tag. If you know it's Pantene.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Cabo Wabo Tequila. Bringing bold taste to Michigan International Speedway. Drink responsibly. Toyota. Let's go places. Credit One Bank. NASCAR American Express Card. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Quick shot of the Irish Hills of Michigan. There's a popular spot. Jerry's on the lake. There's so many beautiful areas here in Brooklyn area and around Michigan International Speedway. Fans have so many opportunities to really just take in the countryside and then enjoy some great racing as we get ready for the restart
Alrighty.
here. Now, those that didn't choose the inside line, are they at a huge disadvantage after seeing what we saw at the start of this race?
Well, it's interesting because Cole Custer could have picked behind his teammate Riley Hurst.
And
Riley went to
green
the
flag.
Cole went to the inside.
Back up to speed, a very small opening on that high line behind Ryan Sieg, but now a big one as down to the apron.
Got a tire down.
Yeah, an issue.
Oh yeah,
for
someone
the apron.
definitely.
Looks like Sammy Smith.
Yeah, that's
is
Sammy
slow.
Smith has an
Saw
issue.
that the car wiggled and moved around a lot.
He's dropping a lot of spots. That's definitely.
Still trying to figure out what's wrong with that car.
The car might lose control,
3
honestly.
points below the cut line coming in.
Oh geez. Oh geez. He's gonna lose control. He's gonna lose it.
The 7's just pushing and the 8's kind of checking up. The 7
Wow.
doesn't
I don't know
want
how
to
he did not
I think,
spin that car out.
No, the 8 has an issue. I don't think the contact has anything to do with what we're seeing with the 8. The right rear looks low to me on air. It looks slack versus the right front. Dave.
And they're going to take just right sides here to try to minimize the time on pit road. They believe that is where the problem is. You hope it is, Steve, because you take 4 if you're not sure, but you bet if you're pretty sure it's the right side.
They were slow on the lap though, Steve, so shouldn't they change all 4 just to make sure?
I would change all 4. My rule of thumb is to just never guess unless it's obvious or you see it on TV. But, you know, because I think the 8's still going to lose a lap. He's going to come off pit road maybe just in front of the leaders, but they'll be easily going by at speed. He's the only car, he'll be the only car a lap down. Only 10 laps to go in this stage.
So we got 10 laps to go in this stage. Race is official, like I said, at lap 60. That's the end of stage 2.
Everybody up to speed, chasing after Sheldon Creed, who stayed out on the racetrack. And look here at the 42. Leland Honeyman tagging the wall there. A close race here between Cole Custer and Allgaier.
You can see Justin Allgaier. He knows that if you're going to move forward in this race, you're going to have to do it on the outside. He's been willing to be really aggressive to go there.
Custer trying to gain some spots back now. And an opening here in front of the 28 allows him back in, Marty.
He just wants to get to the top at this point. They chose to go to the inside, and Cole Custer...
Bob just tweeted a caution for Taylor Gray, but I think that was a bad signal at the track type deal.
But have you ever seen someone start on the front row on the inside and lose?
Didn't tweet out until just now.
At Michigan, Custer has fallen all the way almost outside the top 10.
Yeah, it's just a reduced power. There's such low power that if guys get on the outside of you, they're going to clear you. There's nothing you can do to fight back. You can side draft, but you just can't make it up. So, you know, Cole, we debated it, Steve, whether Cole was starting in the right spot or not. It's hard to go from running third and pick the outside and restart sixth, but that's just a decision you're probably going to have to make today.
See John Hunter Nemechek, he's the car that's down on the inside line. Looks like the 2 of Jesse Love's going to jump in front of them. The 88 there of Carson Quapple. On the hill of the 21.
Four-car breakaway up front. Creed, Herbst, Jones, and Chandler Smith have gotten themselves about a second and a half back to the 5th place car of Allgaier. With 7 laps to go, if these 4 kind of stay organized, follow each other nice and tight down the straightaways, as you see Creed still kind of doing that defensive S down the backstretch. You know, if you can stay in front of those next cars, you can settle the stage amongst yourselves.
And Steve, with them staying out when that caution came out, you also would not expect. And
oh no, Sheldon!
Around he goes.
No! Not Sheldon! Come on.
Riley Herbst got to his left rear quarter.
He does he have damage? I can't really even tell.
Into turn 3. Watch him gain getting into turn 3. Now the 18's up the racetrack a little bit, and now he's pulling the air off the back of the car. That's
yeah, no, he didn't hit anything.
Gives Toyota we have seen spin out with no contact. That tells us they qualified fast. There's your pole sitter. He has low downforce in that car. The minute that Riley Herbst put his front bumper at his rear bumper,
that probably will not end the stage. I'd imagine that we would go back for a probably 3-lap shootout.
So when they pit,
maybe
change
2.
tires, they might want to make some adjustments, knowing they're going to have to work through traffic. Luckily, no real damage to the 18, no contact. Yeah, no contact here. That's just, he just pulled the air right off the spoiler, and obviously the 18, he was having trouble with his car.
Yeah, that definitely does not make me want to fucking pump it, Jaden.
Sideways he goes. He slides onto pit road. Pit road open now.
Yeah, we'll see who else comes. About half the field came on that first caution. With only 6 to go on the stage, it wouldn't shock me if a bunch of the leaders stay out for those points, but I think there'll be a decision by others to come get tires and see if they can drive a little bit better. It looks to me they see the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek, Parker Utzlaff, Cole Custer as well, the 0-0 on pit road from the 8th position.
Dave.
So John Hunter Nemechek.
That was a 4-minute, 13-second green flag run there.
The car was a little bit free. They'll go ahead and take 4 tires and fuel here, Marty.
See the 0-0 of Cole Custer coming down once he lost all that track position. And it's interesting, we wondered how much handling would be a factor today. Custer saying his car getting extremely loose later into that run here as everyone pitting on lap 25. In terms of the 18 of Sheldon Creed, yes, Jeff, to your point, I talked to a number of Joe Gibbs Racing crew chiefs. They said, hey, when we went to Atlanta with this package earlier this year, we felt like we had way too much downforce on the car, so we came very trimmed out. That creates the speed. It also creates handling, not the way you want it to behind the wheel. So he's sitting there with a very loose race car on the track, and that's what happened. Also, the 98 getting close to him as well didn't help either.
So the spin comes out for the 18. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series Cabo Wabo 250.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. Restore your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first from Valvoline.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time, or free with select combo purchase. Only at IHOP.
Friday Night SmackDown.
There is nothing like holding, loving, being around a chimp. Especially Tonka. And I'll do anything to protect that primate.
Adult chimpanzees are incredibly dangerous.
I would give my life for him.
It's insane when you think about it.
Watch Chimp Crazy on Max with Verizon Fun.
A promise is a trust not to be broken. Whether spoken with an oath,
You solemnly swear.
the first day, you know I got your back, right? Or sealed with a pinky. In 1922, a group of soldiers launched USAA with a promise to take care of their own. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
Make sure to represent your favorite driver. Take advantage of amazing deals at the NASCAR shop. Check out the greatest selection of t-shirts, die-casts, and much more. Visit NASCAR.com/shop to check it out.
No doubt in my mind what's getting shipped from Amazon to my house. And displays. My children see that thing, they'll be big ducky. That looks like a good time.
Yeah, all right. He was running fourth. He's lined up on the inside right behind him. C. He was
all right, getting ready to go back green. But luckily, most of these cautions, both these cautions have been pretty quick. Green flag. 4 to go on the stage, or 3 to go on the stage.
Riley pulling away just a bit. Not enough of a gap for the 7 to fit into yet. Let's see. He's pushed by the 39 all the way into turn 1.
Riley made a big block right there. He would have been better off staying on the door of the guys underneath him rather than trying to pick up a draft from behind. He needed to slow the cars up that were trying to go by him.
Lost the lead to the 7 of Allgaier, and then Ryan C. came right with him. 3 wide as they go into 3.
This package is terrible.
Things picking up intensity-wise now as the laps wind down of stage 1. A little movement there, some contact. Looks like the 9, they've gotten a little bit loose. 2 to go.
What happens is cars fill that upper lane, they're going at a lower speed, and they kind of stack up, just like on the interstate, right? If everybody doesn't know that's happening, it's easy to kind of get rear-ended, spun around, or at least pushed down the line. I think that's what happened on the restart. It looked like the 9.
I did see a few drops on the lens right there.
7 in, and as he checked up that upper line, it just allowed the bottom lane to go. Yeah, the bottom lane was pushing much better also. Yeah. They were hooked up.
Yeah, there's more drops.
A little bit of rain right here.
Coming to the final lap of the stage.
Already did.
Well, side by side for second.
All right, can Riley Herbst pick up a spot? Or
Justin Allgaier has the lead as we take the 1 to go in the stage.
Make this work.
Here comes Ryan Sieg.
Now for the lead. Ryan Sieg in the 30.
There he goes.
Makes the move on the 7. Will there be a
It's not
crossover
gonna.
move? Here comes back to
Not gonna stick.
The 7 of Allgaier, side by side down the backstretch.
Woo!
And look at
There he goes. There's a push.
By Chandler Smith. Sieg is going to surge ahead. As the 7 drops back, can he hold on to 4th? The 9 of Brandon Jones to the inside.
And Ryan Sieg is going to win stage 1 at Michigan as the rain starts falling.
And he'll grab it. Second stage win for Ryan Sieg.
So 2-minute, 14-second green flag right there.
Taylor Smith, Allgaier.
Ryan Sieg wins stage 1.
15 of Wallace Allen in the top 5. Bill Hurt, Sieg, Allmendinger, and Kligerman, the top 10.
It is starting to drizzle from Bob.
Michigan.
There's another Trump rally in Pennsylvania. That didn't go very well last time.
Flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs. With Breztri, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, I noticed my lung function improve. It helped improve my symptoms. And Breztri was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. So now, I look forward to more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
When I grow up, I want to be an actor. So why don't you act like a good sister and get me some more buffalo wings? On second thought, I want to be a director. Let's try cereal. Go get your own.
Can we get some more lemon pepper wings in this scene?
Ooh, and honey teriyaki too.
Ooh, good enough.
Have your people call my people.
This will be a gold mine of local info.
8:20 is the predetermined darkness time for the race today.
Sometimes. No eyebrows?
I feel like they could go a little bit farther though than 8:20.
More neighborhoods to go.
Ding dong.
You probably could go to like
Refresh your
8:35.
space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Friday Night SmackDown starts September 13th live on USA.
NTT IndyCar Series racing from Worldwide Technology Raceway is coming up next on USA. Alex Below comes in for this race with a 49-point lead in the championship standings over Will Power.
And only 5 races left, including St. Louis, so we're going to see if anybody can chip into that point lead. McLaughlin on the pole, another fast lap in qualifying.
Dixon, the defending race winner in that race. Looking forward to that. A little bit of precipitation has started here at the track, and so we will see what NASCAR decides to do with the field here. As we take a look at the radar, there's that little bit of this cell that is hitting right at the track right now. fans, 8:20 is the stop time for this race. NASCAR has said that if we get into a situation, because there's no lights here, the possibility of rain, they will put a predetermined time that the race must end, and so they have told us that 8:20 is that time.
And basically how it works is if you watch Supercross or motocross on NBC, it's like one of their mains. It's 8:20 plus 2 laps. So it's just like the time of the motorcycle race. So we're going to be way good if we don't get a heavy shower here, though. I think that mist kind of missed us.
By the way, I don't know.
All right, so they are going to stop them on pit road this time, but the drivers are told to stay in the cars as they hope this is quick.
It's pretty funny.
It's misting out.
You checked it out.
So look, that was a big stage win by Ryan Sieg. We talked about the point battle. He and Sammy Smith are separated only by 3 points. And Ryan Sieg getting that stage, that's 10 points. And we just saw Sammy Smith. He had a tire problem. He got L0, none. So an advantage right now. And all that.
So the cars are coming down pit road.
We talked about how tough these
They're going to be stopped in their pit boxes, but they are told to stay in their cars. Are they not being stopped in their boxes? I guess not.
It's
okay.
funny because you start the year thinking, what's a point here, a point there, and then you start to get into the summer, and every position starts to be put underneath the magnifying glass.
We take a look at the points that were earned in this stage. So Lawless Allen, by the way, not eligible for points, doesn't run full time in the Xfinity Series. That's why you see a dash beside his name. But Sieg grabbing 10 points. He gained 25 points on the bubble at Indy last race, won stage 2.
Stopping the cars on pit road, and if you've been watching this season where they've been stopping them in the pit box, now they're back out on pit road like we've seen in years past. And it just comes down to wet weather tires being available or not.
Yeah.
It's not a track that wet weather tires are available. So there's no reason to put them in their pit box, because whether they have to be covered or uncovered, you don't work on the car. If wet weather tires were available, they would have put them in their pit boxes, but a little too high speed of a racetrack for that.
A little bit of precipitation has come down, so they brought the field onto pit road. They'll red flag it, and we'll take a look at the track, C4 safety.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
All you can eat riblets, shrimp, and boneless wings. $15.99 all day, every day.
All right, so red flag is out at 4:36. So, like I said, they hope it's a short one, but it is one indeed. I'll be right back. I have to go bring my lighter to my dad because he's grilling stuff.
And since chances are you're about
So I'll be right back.
from a hotel by Wyndham, you can keep earning and redeeming points towards free nights. Wyndham Rewards. Get the lowest price at wyndhamrewards.com.
You are bountiful. Your skeleton can support 2 times your weight. It's in your nature to stand strong. Supplement your bones with high absorption magnesium. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
I know what you're thinking. Right in a grocery store, celebrities really are just like us. We're not. As a papertarian, I crush it in a place like this. Now you gotta pay attention to the packaging. If it comes in paper, it comes from a renewable resource. I'll recycle you later.
itch, scratch, must not itch.
Stop the itch sanity with Cortisone 10 for bug bites, poison ivy, and other itches. Cortisone 10 is #1 doctor recommended. It works fast and lasts for hours. Cortisone 10.
Red flag is out now as all the cars have been stopped on pit road. Stage 1 is complete, and it was Ryan Sieg who was able to get the win of stage 1. Pretty aggressive pass, which worked out well for him, gaining 10 stage points as well as a playoff point if he's able to make it into the playoffs. And let's chat with the driver of the 39, Jeff.
Hey, Ryan, it's the guys in the USA booth. You with us?
Yes, sir. Got you loud clear.
Well, good win there to get in that stage. How big is that for you, racing for these to try to get in the playoffs?
Oh, that was huge. That's exactly what we needed to try to gap us a little bit more on the 8 and them guys. And you know what I mean? That was a good call, and I was able to get by. I had enough of a run. I was laying back to the 81 trying to get something going, and I had enough of a run to get by the 7 and hold on to that stage win.
All right, we're obviously the first stage is over. A lot of racing left to go. What have you learned so far?
You gotta have somebody push you, and it seems tough for anyone to get to your bumper. And luckily enough, the 81 I was able to check up enough. But it's tough. I couldn't get to anybody's outside. A few cars were able to in front of me and to try to get to the right rear off the corner. But it's tough. You never know if somebody's going to get tight or what and run you up the track. But it's definitely interesting to try to figure out how to maneuver people. And I tried. I thought we were going to be tight enough entry to try to loosen a few of them up, but just wasn't the case. You know what I mean? You get a run and just propel them. But we got some adjustments left in our fast high-ups forward and ready to get back racing and hopefully put this thing in victory lane.
All right, we've seen a few guys spin out all by themselves. How's your car driving?
It's pretty good right now. Mine was handling fine in the you know what I mean, behind people, so I think that's what was able to propel me to try to push the 7 enough all the way around and try to stay in their tracks almost. So I was able to run right in their line, and hopefully one adjustment away we're a little bit snug off right now, and I think we'll be pretty good. Hopefully just don't get too loose, but mine handled good and it had speed, so that's all I asked for, and the guys did a great job.
All right, buddy. Thanks for taking time. That's why race fans love watching racing so much. Guys like you willing to do this. Have a good rest of the day.
You guys.
Well, they also enjoy the fact that we can talk to crew chiefs, and I believe Marty's caught up with Matt.
Yeah, let's check in with Matt Noyce, Ryan Sieg's crew chief. So you wanted to walk all the way down here from the middle of pit road to the end of pit road, right by your race car. Why?
Just to take a look at everything, make sure it looks good, and get any information we can get. We don't have all the resources, so more eyes we can see on the race car, the better we're going to be.
All right, so normally you would choose to pit here at the end of stage 1, but you're telling me you're not, and you don't think a lot of people will. Why?
I just think we're really close on fuel to make it, and you can't really pass right now, so it's touch and go. We're going to keep looking at our numbers, see how many laps we go in caution, we go back before we pit, but it's going to be 50-50 if we do it or not, but it's an option there, I guess.
So your job as a crew chief is to put your driver in a spot to get those stage points. How critical is it? The last 2 races now, you guys have been able to win a stage.
Yeah, it's been really good. We've had good fast race cars, and I think Pocono had a really fast race car too, and we weren't able to utilize as much. We were fast in practice, but everybody at the shops is working really hard, building good race cars and bringing them fast to the racetrack. And we had to use some strategy, didn't need to get the stage points, but here we kind of used strategy staying out, but I think we knew yesterday we had a really good race car, and we just got to keep doing that, and it's going to keep prolonging into stage points and getting us to the playoffs.
And I think maybe the best thing, other than you guys winning the stage for you and your race team, is that the rain's kind of stopped here, so Ryan may not have to get out of the car and can just keep the momentum going.
Correct. It might just be just a little bit of breather and kind of regroup and make sure we have enough time to think about what we're going to do here.
All right, Matt Noyce has been doing a really good job the last 2 races. That's 2 stage wins, 1 at Indianapolis, 1 here at Michigan for Ryan Sieg. And when you're that close to the cut line, Rick, that's huge.
Yeah, come again. Just 3 points in front of Sammy Smith. So every point that they can gain, and those 10 extra points there for winning the stage, very helpful for the 39 team and Ryan Sieg.
We talk about, the bigger funded teams and the smaller funded teams. There's a perfect example. What he was referring to, I believe, when he says, all the resources. The certain big manufacturer-based teams, they get high-def photos of their car all the way around the racetrack, high resolution. They don't have to walk down and look at it. They know what this car looks like from every corner. For this 39 car, well, if he's going to stop down there, I can walk down, I can look at the front splitter, the grill tape, look at any sort of potential damage on, for sure, the left side of the left front. We're showing them the right side here. They always love some TV coverage. Rear bumper looks good. Just, just shows a young crew chief, small team, just taking advantage of every opportunity.
So it was just a light rain that came through. There's a couple spots that the track crew is working on, but we are on a red flag here at Michigan, hoping to get back to green soon.
When I grow up, I want to be an actor. So why don't you act like a good sister and get me some more buffalo wings?
On second thought, I want to be a director. Let's try a scene where you go get your own.
Can we get some more lemon pepper wings in this scene?
Ooh, and honey teriyaki too.
Ooh, good note.
Have your people call my people.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can beat my copay. Who wouldn't like that?
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
With so much great entertainment out there, wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
My favorites.
This is a trusted space.
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 It's been said that when someone you love has Parkinson's, you have Parkinson's. The truth is, Parkinson's disease doesn't just affect the diagnosed. It affects everyone who supports and helps care for them. If you have questions, the Parkinson's Foundation has answers. We can help you understand the disease and give you tips for living a better life. To learn more, please go to parkinson.org or call 1-800-4PD-INFO. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
Beautiful area when we come to visit Michigan. It's on the 26 states and so many different areas to check out here. The lakes, the Irish Hills, where we have Michigan International Speedway, the many lakes that so many people are able to take advantage of. Steve, are we going to see this get purchased on Amazon too?
No, I don't think the dual wakeboarding is not something we're going to try.
Okay.
Is that the same boat that was pulling
the kids earlier on the duck?
Just curious. It's like the water skiing shows.
And again, under a red flag, haven't gotten stage 2 underway just yet as the end of the stage happened and then the sprinkles came. And so that's a good sign when the jet dryers make it back behind the wall.
Drivers were told to fire engines, according to
That is
Bob.
Jim Pullman looking back and forth, waiting for the pits to be open, I'm sure. Because I don't know if you're going to pit or not. You didn't pit the first time, stayed up for some stage points. So how's the plan so
All
far?
right, so that's red flag lifted. Only about 10-minute red flag, so pretty quick. I just went upstairs, went outside, talked to my dad for a few minutes during that, and that was clearly all it needed.
You told me earlier today you had no idea what to expect. Was this even close to what you had in mind, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I figured we'd be single file fighting for the top and protecting the top, kind of like Atlanta, and I think that's what we got right now. So,
can we maybe get a one-stop race out of the 7 car? Do you have to pit another time?
Depending on whether it's possible, yes.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Jim.
I think he really showed his cards there, Steve.
It's so what I hear is he might pit or he might not. So here's the thing.
Could go long, but maybe not now.
Yeah, right. Matt says you could probably, between all these yellows, stretch it all the way to the end of stage 2. But then you're going to have to, if you have any sort of ill handling situation.
The weather is still a threat.
Have no tire grip.
So
the problem now is so many cars.
there's no lightning in the area, so it's not like that we have to worry about any of that shit. It's just rain.
Race, quick math says about 27 or 8 of them have come to pit road, so they're probably not pitting under this break. You're going to lose a lot of track position. Radar looks like it's breaking up.
Yeah, we're not meteorologists, but obviously the crew chiefs are looking at that as well and trying to figure out their strategy. If they do come to pit road, if there's the possibility that rain could postpone this race or lengthen it to that stop time that we told you about earlier, 8:20.
And remember that in today's race, the end of stage 2 will be an official race. If it rains anytime after that, And so that, to me, with rain in the area, that is the point that you've got to be making to your driver. I need to understand what the rules are, weather's in the area, track position matters. Right now, I have to be racing for the win as if this race isn't going to go to the end.
It's interesting, the sun is shining right now on the racetrack in certain areas. So pit road is open. We'll see who takes advantage of that. And a few cars are making their way down to pit road now. One of those being the 81 of Chandler Smith. Marty.
An interesting mixed bag with some of the cars who thought they might stay out, choosing to do that. Some coming to pit road. One of those, Chandler Smith, who sent his car just a little bit too free for him. Also, he wanted to check the left side for the contact that he had with the 7 car a little bit earlier. Parker Klingerman also coming down pit road. He too, way too free in traffic, not able to make the progress that he wanted to do. 4 tires and fuel for these teams coming here at the end of stage 1. And yes, Rick, you made a great point. Sun is out. Feeling good that they could get to the end of stage 2 here in Michigan.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely get to the end of stage 2. Not sure about the rest of the race.
As the field continues to work around, and we had mentioned there were a few cars that stayed out. So right now, Ryan Sieg, Brandon Jones, Allgaier, and Riley Herbst, they are in the top 5, and they have stayed out.
Not just have stayed out, but have stayed out in duration, right? So you look and see Jones, Allgaier, and Herbst have yet to pit the entire event. Hill has those fresher tires. He came in 16 and then mixed behind Marty.
And I just talked to Matt Noyce again about this decision to stay out here for Ryan Sieg after winning this stage. He said, we are really close, to your point, Steve, to being able to make it to the end of stage 2. But he said to Ryan Sieg on the radio just a moment ago, I'm going to need you to back down here in this stage just a little bit. And for the first part, I may need you to run 50% throttle. Don't lose a ton of track position, but I may need you to draft for a little bit, save me a little bit of fuel, and then I'll feel good about us getting to the end of stage 2.
I think that's why I'm not in love with this strategy. It would be one thing if you had 20 cars kind of doing this with you, and maybe if we'd have gone green for the whole stage, more would have been on this strategy. But as they've kind of jumped off this, you see the lap 16 pitters, then the lap 25 pitters. Now you're kind of out there by yourself, or only 4 of you. So I just, saving fuel is going to be very difficult with the guys better on fuel pushing you. That is the key, is what are the guys behind him going to do? Are the guys going to jump on the bottom and try to be advancing, and now you're trying to save fuel? If they can get single file, and everybody wants to lay laps down rather than racing, then this can work. Because he can lead the race saving fuel, but if everybody gets racing, it'll become difficult.
The control car, the race leader is the 39 of Ryan Sieg. And so he will be the one who gets to determine when they go in the restart zone. So Allgaier will be on the inside, and we'll hope that he can keep up with that outside line. And then find a spot to get in there once the green flag has come out and they're racing back into 1 and 2. And on the outside of row 2 is Brandon Jones. Dave.
So that was a very quick delay there.
In the stage was for Brandon Jones.
Like I said, only about 10 minutes.
Points. It's so critical. He was 69
but we'll be going back.
Line coming into today's race, 14th out of the 12 that can make it in.
The race had a 24-minute rain delay to start the race.
That was crucial.
Before the race started.
Yeah, maybe. This team has a lot of ground to make up those points. Maybe they're in a must-win situation, right? I mean, you don't know. I think if Brandon Jones gets himself in position, I think he has to be thinking win.
69 points coming into this race below that cut line is a lot. We ride along Austin Hill in the 21. He's made his way up inside the top 6.
What has made the inside line effective is great pushing. So that means they're going to get more aggressive. Are they going to push too hard and cause an accident?
We'll see how Riley Herbst does behind the 7.
And green flag is back in the air.
Behind this group,
finally. It didn't take that long, but
as they're back underway with stage 2. Door to door as they enter turn 1. inside for third. And now jockey for position.
Oh! There goes Austin Hill around. Caution is out. Ooh, nice. Nice. That was close to being disastrous. That was close to being a disaster. So a nice 39-second green flag run there.
Vibration, like he has a flat tire for sure. The left front's flat. Just making it full left. See what kind of damage he has when he gets in the pit stall. Watch this right here. Watch Austin Hill in the 21 car. He saw this as an opportunity. This wreck starts all the way back here, right? Good run, good push from Allmendinger. Watch what he does right here. He finds a way to get momentum, and the minute he does, he jumps to the outside of the 9. Now he's got his left front on the right rear of the 9 car, Brandon Jones. That drags him back. Now he's got good forward momentum going down the back straightaway.
So he's on the outside, and you see him coming back across the field right to that point, and then a front bumper.
I think that's the 88 of Quaffle. I don't believe the 88 did anything wrong. He's holding his lane. The 21 just switches lanes and kind of comes across the 88's bumper. This would be great on the onboard. Yeah, watch his eyes. Watch his eyes. Looking to the left. He thinks he's clear. Looking again. Looking again. Looking again. Thought he was clear and he wasn't. That right there is what low horsepower drafting type tracks. That's what it does. You try to take a run. You try to get momentum. That entire time he was looking to see if he was clear. He ended up making contact with the 88 and around he went. He's been on and off pit road. It looks like they just changed the tires. I don't think there's a whole lot of damage on this 21. I think what you were seeing is a flat left front as you drove around.
Can you fault Quaffle for this? Carson Quaffle in the 88, he just stayed in the gas. Now, he could have let off and let him in, but is that what he's supposed to do?
Well, if he lets off, he goes back to 25th, and I think there was a little bit of light contact, and I think you have to assume the 21 knows you're there. I mean, you can't. If you lift every time somebody swerves at you like they're going to hit you, you're not going to go anywhere. Let's listen into the 88.
That dude was not clear, was he? No, obviously not. I tried to move down for him a little bit.
And yeah, Carson does look a lot like his dad.
There you have it. And I think this is.
He also looks like a stoner.
Quaffle has been so good so quickly in this series. You know, he has a lot of late model experience, and I agree that he gave him a little bit of room, and then at some point he's like, hey man, this is where I am. And it ended up getting the 21 turned around.
Marty.
Yeah, from the Austin Hill side of things, car is actually fine. Good eye, Steve. Yeah, the splitter looks great. It was just a left front that was down that you heard Austin Hill say on the radio that something was wrong with the race car. And I go back to Atlanta earlier this year where they had far more damage than they have right now. Yeah, Austin Hill shotgun on the field in 38th, but I think they're still certainly in this one here at Michigan, Dave.
And Marty, Carson Quaffle, not yet full-time in the Xfinity Series, wants to, not make a lot of people mad at him. So asked again, hey, was that me being a knucklehead? And the team said no. In fact, we already went and talked to the 21, and they are not blaming you. It was just tight racing.
Yeah, that move by the 21 of Hill, that's why he's won so many races at Daytona and Talladega. The willingness to make those aggressive moves. That's what you have to do. Obviously, he overstepped it just a little bit, but you have to be willing to take a run and then fill the holes as they get presented.
Very quickly in stage 2, the caution comes back out for this spin by the 21 of Austin Hill. And again, working from all the way at the wall, he tries to get down to take advantage of a little momentum, but it's not enough to clear the 88. He goes around, the caution comes out, and we'll have a restart. We return to Michigan.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back. Now with Sky Rizzy, I'm all in with clearer skin. Things are getting clearer. I feel free to bear no skin, yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people people achieved 90% clear skin at 4 months, and most people were clearer even at 5 years. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. Save up to $1,200 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. With the best mattress brands under one roof, Ashley has you and your sleep covered. Shop more deals in-store and online.
When I grow up, I want to be an actor.
So why don't you act like a good sister and get me some more buffalo wings?
On second thought, I want to be a director. Let's try a scene where you go get your own.
Can we get some more lemon pepperwings in the scene?
Ooh, and who's you? Have your people? Call my people.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th mid commercial. No, don't. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. And honestly, when I started this, I thought I wanted to be like 4. How is I think people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. You know, it's still $15 a month, so whenever you're ready. Sorry about all that production value.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at Progressive.com. Ashley, for the love of home. Shop in-store or online. Toyota, let's go places. And by Cabo Wabo Tequila, bringing bold taste to Michigan International Speedway. Drink responsibly. A little dancing going on there. That might be a Snoop Dogg impersonation. Everybody having a good time.
I'm gonna tell you.
I believe I would repeat the message I said, drink responsibly.
Some Cabo Wabo, I believe. With some Cabo Wabo in the cup.
And getting ready for the restart.
Alrighty, going back green.
Allgaier on the outside. As we see that 7 surging toward the restart.
Green flag.
Back through the gears they go. AJ Allmendinger on the inside line. Sieg trying to push Allgaier. And the 98 of Riley Hurts has the 16 just in front of the 7 as they enter 1.
This is where the outside line has that advantage. The bottom is broken apart. So it has at the top, and the 7 should kind of surge down the backstretch. I would think more energy on the top lane. As I say that, the bottom pushes out.
And one car moving completely out of line was Cole Custer in the 00. He gets back in line. 3 wide for second as Allmendinger's catching the 16. He slides all the way up to the top of the track.
Right, that's in trouble right here. Everybody kind of got in order on that outside lane. Is he going to have anywhere to go in that 98 car?
Right behind him in the 30 currently is Noah Gregson. We'll see if those two stay together. But that inside line has dropped back at least 6 positions, 7 now as they are fighting with Brandon Jones for that 7th spot.
The only thing Riley Hurts can hope for is that that 19 car cannot stay in the gas. It can't pull up to the bumper of that 9 car. There it is.
Took the spot. And now Noah Gregson in the 30 is leading the bottom line, but it's going the wrong direction. Chandler Smith in the 81.
Looking promising that they'll get this race to the end of the stage, but it would be official if it rains after that, or it could be.
They go down the backstretch.
That was almost a big wreck right there.
Jeff Burton in the 27 is going to fall backwards.
I like what SVG did there, though, in the 97. I think he was the first car to jump up there 3 wide. Here he is again, looking to the right rear. If he can get there, Sam Mayer knows it's going to be a problem. So there you go. You asked about the 88 lifting on the backstretch for the last wreck. SVG right there kind of got squeezed by the 1. He had right to stay in the gas, but it could end up in a big wreck. He lifts, you kind of let the one in line.
Here comes the 7, big momentum as the 39 had gotten to his inside. The 7 now rocketing back by as A.J. Allmendinger trying to make that 16 work once again.
Look at the difference. The 88 chooses to go with the 39. It pushes him right back by the 16. Jeff, if he follows the 16 easily goes forward.
Some of these decisions are made just split second. Like, there's times when it happens this quickly, you get yourself in a position you didn't even really want to be in. I have a feeling that's kind of what happened with Allmendinger here.
He slides back in line. And in line is in front of Brandon Jones, so Allmendinger drops to 6th.
Certainly more aggressive than it was in the first stage.
Jumps out of line.
Mahomes did behind the back pass. That was pretty awesome.
Pull him backwards, but is it
to Travis Kelce.
Wide enough to slide in front of him. Not quite there, and the 9 will let him in.
That's aggressive.
We heard Justin Allgaier very early in the race complain about the 30. I think that frustration is we see the 21 big move in the bottom. The frustration from these drivers is going to continue to go up because every one of them are just, if they're clear by an inch, they're taking that spot.
I feel like Sieg's car isn't driving very well. Off of 2 multiple times now. The 7 has put a big gap on him. Maybe he's be laying back, but I don't think so. It looks like to me his car, see that right there, way up the racetrack. I don't think his car is driving. He did not pit. He's never put tires on this car yet.
Marty.
And Rick, he's one of 4 drivers who have not pitted so far today, including the leader, Justin Allgaier, is struggling with the handling here for Ryan Sieg. So, Steve, it was interesting. That noise, his crew chief a moment ago told him, I think that caution got us the laps we needed, but I don't want you to lead anymore in this stage because when you're leading, you burn more fuel. So does that make sense to you? You're going to tell your driver, hey, don't lead. I want you in the draft, saving me some fuel.
Well, it's easier said than done, though. That's some of that run I think we're seeing out of the 39. If he's trying to part throttle at all, maybe he's just losing momentum, thinking they'll all stay in line and push him along, but he's kind of been overtaken now by the 88 and the 20. I like the cars that decided to pit at one of the yellows in stage 1. I think they have a mix of track position back, but at the same time, their cars are driving pretty good and they can be aggressive.
He goes to the bottom of the racetrack right there. And off of turn 2, he gets so slow.
Yeah, the 98 just going to pop out of line and kind of easily go by the 30.
Oh, trouble! Big crash! Big crash! Wow, that was a hard hit.
The 9 of Brandon Jones is sideways.
Ooh, and he gets contact with Custer. Custer's probably done now. Wow, Sam Mayer's done, but Riley Herbst took a hard hit.
The 98 was trying to get back up the racetrack. The 39 was there, and hard into the wall was Riley Herbst. Take another look.
Sieg had been having trouble off turn 2. He did again. Herbst got a big run. Tries to get back in front of him and just completely misjudges it.
Yeah, just simply not clear. Wants to come up, try to open that entry into turn 3.
Find a man that's worth it, damn, hope he treats you well. Cause you're a fool and I'm just as well. Hope it gives you hell.
39
hope it gives you.
The 9 got into him.
To your point, Jeff, I think that he's passing the 39 with such pace that he thinks he's going to easily go by him. And at the same time,
so that was a 5.5 minute green flag run right there.
The 39 forward, which changes the pace of overtaking. It's kind of like passing someone at the interstate, not checking your blind spot. That person's decided to speed up. You're changing lanes. They're still on your bumper. Man.
Brandon Jones, once again, sitting there minding his own business. Another wreck. He had nothing to do with it.
And then late, you mentioned the 00. He comes into the picture as well. Trying to find the 1. So there's the 9 spinning. All right, there's the 1. He gets in the grass, then into the 9, and then still sliding, still sliding. Oh, man, so frustrated for the 00 to be so late into the accident.
Good sign here as Riley Herbst, winner of the Indy race, last time Xfinity Series was on the track, climbs out and listening to what he said on the radio before he climbed out of the car.
Clear, clear, clear. Tight. Hold the brake. You all right, buddy? Yeah, I hooked it right when I heard clear. Yeah, you're all right.
So that right there, he was being called clear by his spotter. And he just wasn't. He was not clear. And that is a case right there, Steve. You know, you listen to your spotter, but you make the decision. There's only one driver. Only one of you goes to the infield care center after a wreck, and it's you. Yes, you may be called clear, but at the end of the day, you're the one's got to make the decision.
Yeah, that would have to be a meeting if you're Davin Restivo, the crew chief of this car. These are the very uncomfortable conversations that you're in charge of. Everyone makes mistakes. The radio's very clear. You hear the spotter say clear. This is one that we'd be rewatching the video and having conversations. We see now some left front damage on the 39 as well of Ryan Sieg. Marty.
Ryan Sieg agrees with everyone's assessment. He said, what was he thinking? He just completely came into us and then reiterated with Tim Fedua, his spotter, that was not my fault. Fedua said, yes, you're correct. That was not your fault. The end result, though, is that he does have that left front damage, also a little right front damage. Matt Noy said, I think that it could last till the end of the stage, but I think it's not worth it. We're going to come down when pit road is open, put on tires here, and their strategy kind of goes out the window, but more importantly, damage to the race car.
No, but I like not getting caught up in the emotion, right? They scored stage points, won that first stage. That's 10 points. I know you're frustrated that this has kind of hurt your strategy, but you can either stick your head in the sand and ignore it and continue to go in a direction that's not working, or you can say, well, at least we're not the 98. We're not on the hook. We're not the 9 with quarter panel missing. We have small damage to the right front. Let's pit right now. Fix that damage. From what I've seen aerodynamically in this race today, Jeff, other than leading, second, third car in line, I don't think that damage will hurt the 39 too much.
Exactly.
See Sam Mayer, yeah. Outside of the number 1 car, here's Cole Custer back on pit road.
That damage is pretty heavy.
It's pretty good. For when he first wrecked, I'm like, oh my goodness, he's done. But they've done a great job.
Yeah.
Getting this car reasonably looking good.
Yeah, Craig Smokestead there, running the tape on the left front. Long time car chief for both the Cup and the Xfinity Series. He's repaired enough cars on pit road. He knows what to look for, where to tape them up.
And Steve, with regard to this incident, we heard that spotter say clear, 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 but I think you nailed it. There was momentum coming from the 9 that got into the back of the 39 that I think changed the way that whole incident took place, because he wasn't clear after that momentum came back to the 39.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, you know, you're not clear until you're clear. And I think he was calling him assuming it was going to happen. And it's just a mistake. I mean, we're all human. We make mistakes. But a clear misjudgment, miscall by the spotter. And then, Jeff, your point, you know, the driver didn't double check, you know, reacted. And maybe in the closing laps I could see that move. But it's awful early in the race to just take that hard right-hand turn. And now we're seeing most of the cars that had yet to pit today, the 7 and the 39, come to pit road, Dave.
John Hunter Nemechek stays out. He was third as the 88 comes in. Carson Quapple. They fixed that free in the center. Car obviously very good as he ran up front. As for Justin Allgaier, they were talking about pulling a piece of tape off the front of there. That was to help him stay tucked up when he was in traffic. Not sure how that would affect him in the lead, Marty.
Matt Noyce told Ryan Sieg, these are likely the tires I want you to finish the race on. Can't make it on fuel, so they may be thinking maybe just a splash and go there at the very end. The most important thing is to fix that damage. They feel like they do not have it fixed, so they asked them to pull that tire back. You can see that left front damage here on the 39 car, so they make an adjustment, but again, thinking this might be the last shot at Goodyear's for the rest of the day here at Michigan.
And they put the hammer to the inside of that wheel well to try to move some of the damage out, but this is how it happened. Herbst coming up on the 39 and into the front. We're under caution for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Cabo Wabo 250 for Michigan.
so much great entertainment out there. Wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
My favorites. Sorry, honey, it's a work thing.
Mine's also a work thing. I just need someone to cover my shift.
So is mine. Alan says your business vehicle is now covered with Progressive.
Protected 24/7, just like your home and auto.
Oh, that's great.
So dinner time's just phone time now?
Sorry. You know, I heard that ground turkey is the healthiest poultry.
You know what? Never mind. Just be on your phones.
Why do dude wipes clean better?
Is it extra large?
Because they're flushable.
Because obviously wet cleans better than dry. Let's watch. The wet side clears, while the dry just smears.
It's just like our butts. Dude wipes. Best clean, hands down.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time. Or free with select combo purchase. Now you can get stacks on stacks. At IHOP, we don't just put food on your plate, we put a smile on your plate.
Think you've seen the best of NASCAR in Atlanta?
Have you ever seen anything like that?
Think again. NASCAR returns to its hottest track for the first round of the Cup Series playoffs. It's high speeds and higher stakes with championship hopes on the line. It's gonna be epic, and the best place to experience it is right here. Don't miss the Quaker State 400 available at Walmart, kicking off the NASCAR playoffs in an epic way, September 6th to the 8th. You can join NASCAR's free rewards program and start earning points that turn into member-only rewards. Earn every time that you check in for a race from home or at the track. Visit NASCAR.com/fan-rewards. Fans here enjoying a little bit of sunshine as track drying was great. Got back to racing. That person enjoying their time. The crowd having a good time as we're getting ready for the restart. It'll be 6 laps to go.
So we're gonna have 6 to go in the stage. And like I said, at the end of stage 2, the race would be official if it were to rain again and they couldn't get it restarted. There is no lights at this track. The sunset time is at 8:20.
Made his way back up into the top 4.
Yeah, that early spin, pole sitter.
Yeah, Sheldon's back up in the top 4.
Back in the restart zone.
Green flag.
John Hunter Nemechek. And that 20. Back on the gas first. John Hunter, full-time in the Cup Series this year, has already won 2 Xfinity Series races when he's been behind the wheel of the 20. And now we'll see how that inside line works together. Into turn 3, they say door to door. And now a battle for the second spot. It was 3 wide for a moment. Jesse Love has it. And with those cars going side by side, they start to fall back.
Seems like every restart, about 1 lap in, everybody files to the top. The bottom loses momentum. Some, I'm not sure, wanted to be at the top, Jeff. It looks like they just slid there.
Yeah. Cars aren't as easy to, a little bit of contact in the back there. But the cars don't drive as easily as some guys hoped that they would have.
Remember Sheldon Creed in that 18, he's on the bottom of the racetrack now. He restarted in the second line on the bottom. And he's already fallen back. A little bit of side-by-side racing there.
Sammy Smith in that outside lane put Chandler Smith 3 wide, took the spot. It was an aggressive move.
Creed continues to fall back. Because now he's side by side trying to get in front of the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen. Take a look at the Toyota driver update as we see Nemechek out in front. Taylor Gray running 4th. career best of third in the Xfinity Series. Creed starting on pole, now running 6th. Chandler Smith is 10th. And Jeffrey Earnhardt running 21st.
Well, think about that Grand Prix. They've both been spun around in this race. The good recoveries by those two drivers so far.
Remember Sammy Smith sitting there in 5th. He had a flat tire. Actually got a lap down at one point.
Carson Kvapil making the inside line work as he'll go by the 26 of Earnhardt, slide up in front of him.
Only 3 to go in this stage. So it was a thrilling finish to stage 1 with the 39 of C getting the push as we see Jeff Burton in that 27, the white and black car on the bottom. Shane Van Gisbergen now on board with the WeatherTech camera. Who can get the move up top? We have the 20, the 2, the 16, all kind of playing nice and in line, but I can't believe they're going to stay that way at the end of the stage.
Last 4 miles, Parker Kligerman was going to come up, but then thought better of it as that middle line was on the move.
That's a mess back there.
Pretty good gap up front, though. John Hunter Nemechek isn't too much of a gap. Jesse Love running 2nd. Allmendinger is going to help the 2.
A pair of Chevrolets right there with the 2 and the 16, a Colligan, an RCR car, and then another Gibbs Toyota in 4th. So I'm not sure they're going to get a lot of help from Gray in the 4th place car.
Coming up on 1 to go in stage 2.
Final lap of stage 2. John Hunter Nemechek has the lead.
Back on purpose to try to get good forward momentum. Let's see if he can make it happen. Yeah, look at this big run. Almost got to him too quickly, though. Needed to have that gap getting into turn 3. I feel like he's dragging back a little bit, trying to get a run. Needs a little bit of push from Allmendinger.
Momentum's got to come forward. The 19 now pushing up to the 16. The 16 will close in on the 2. But will it come at the right time to actually make a move here off of 4?
Running middle of the track, John Hunter Nemechek in the 20. Looks like he's got a big enough gap.
And John Hunter Nemechek wins stage 2 at Michigan.
Will win stage 2.
Pretty impressive, too, the way the 20 was able to just kind of stay out there. 4 or 5 car lengths clear.
Love, Allmendinger, Gray, Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith. Allgaier, Creed, Burton, and Alfredo are the top 10.
So it was a 4-minute and 25-second green flag run.
Those being the 98 of Riley Herbst. But in the end, it's John Hunter Nemechek getting the green and white checkers.
So the race would be official now
Hi guys.
if
Bill,
it
you look great. Now that I have
rained and we
Inspire,
couldn't
I'm free
get
from struggling
restarted.
with the mask and the hose. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside my body with a click of this button. No mask. No hose. Just sleep.
Where you go? I'm going to get Inspire.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
All you can eat riblets, shrimp, and boneless wings. $15.99 all day, every day at Applebee's.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Delicioussment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melting cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Dude, what are you doing? I'm protecting my car. That's too much work. WeatherTech is so much easier. Laser measured floor liners up here, seat protector and cargo liner back there. Nice. Out here, side window deflectors, and mud flaps, and the bump step to keep the bumper dent free. Cool. It's the best protection for your vehicle, new or pre-owned. Great. But where do I order? WeatherTech.com.
Pit road road is open, and it looks like everyone wants to take advantage of that as the field making its way onto pit road. Dave.
And John Hunter Nemechek will pit for the first time today in the 20 car. His car was a little bit free. Talking in code, they had a plan. We'll see if they take 2 or 4. Marty.
Jesse Love finished second in stage 2. He said he's good when he's in dirty air, actually in the draft. Clean air, a little bit too tight. They're going to go up on the track bar here. And Goodyear tires for everyone, and fuel also with 63 to go. It'll be tight, a little too tight maybe to make it to the end of the race.
88, 51, and 11 all stayed out under this caution, but you see John Hunter Nemechek, 2-tire strategy, and holding on to the lead. Gregson and Allgaier with a just fuel-only pit stop were able to grab a lot of positions. So while the racing was underway at the end of stage 2, we were able to catch up with Riley Herbst. It was moments ago.
So Riley Herbst is out of the infield care center. Hard hit. You okay?
I thought we had a really fast Monster Energy car. I thought we got shuffled back a little bit on restarts. Made our way back up to the front and just have a racing deal. Thought I had it. Obviously I didn't have it. Now we're in the infield care center, but just a really fast race car. I thought we were gonna have a shot at it there. It was kind of fun once we started getting racing a little bit, but yeah, looking forward to next week at Daytona, and we'll go from there.
You and I talked pre-race. You're locked into the playoffs. Were you any more aggressive today, just knowing that you had that in the hand?
I would like to say so a little bit. I mean, it's just a huge weight off your back, right? You can take bigger risks. You can put your car in positions where you wouldn't normally do it. So, yeah, I probably put myself in a position, looking back on it, I probably should have got out of. But I thought I was clear. I wasn't clear, and yeah, bummer deal.
I love that interview. He could have easily said, Spotter told me to do it, I did it. It's his fault. He never did that. He took ownership.
Highs and lows in the sport, too. The last race he won at Indianapolis, and then you come here and you finish last in the next race. And drivers will be choosing now, inside or outside line. And Waffle's going to choose outside. Looks like the first 3 cars will stay on that outside line. And while the choose is underway, let's go back to Dave.
Sam Mayer is out of the infield care center. So, Sam, what did you see? Was there any way to avoid them?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it's just a product of this kind of racing. We're all up on top of each other, and we're trying to get every little inch we can. And protecting that right rear is really important. And the 98 needed to get up right there. So, no blame to anybody. Our 10X Chevrolet was really, really fast. It was almost as fast as Xfinity Internet, but we were definitely missing a couple pieces here and there. But I think that next time we come around, we're going to be a lot better. Obviously, this is good practice for Daytona, so focused on that, and we're going to go kick some butt next week.
Tough situation for Sam Mayer. Even though the announcement came out today, he'll be with the Haas factory team in 2025. Sam Mayer, in the last 35 races, has won 6 of them. Now, that's big. In 35 races to win 6 races, that's good. Very good. The bad side of that is that he's DNF'd 10 races. So you're either winning or you're not finishing with Sam Mayer.
You can get away with that in this format of making the playoffs with wins, but to advance in the playoffs, I think you're going to have to find some more consistency, at least get them to the finish when you don't have winning days. 3 cars you mentioned that stayed out, Quapple, Clemens.
Alrighty, getting ready to go back green for the final stage.
Very close on fuel. I think the
Race is official. If it were to rain and we couldn't get restarted, 8:20 is the sunset time.
Stay out front, try to avoid a few of these accidents that perhaps are coming.
Quapple, Clemens, and Williams, they were all on pit road at lap 52, so they came before
Green flag.
the most recent caution. Back up through the gears, and stage 3 underway. John Hunter Nemechek getting a good push right now from Allgaier is going to clear the 88 of Carson Quapple. Allgaier also will clear that 88. We'll see if they both slide up and take over the top line. They do.
Big run on the top as we see the 00 pull out of line with that nose damage. The 30 of Noah Gregson had made it 3 wide.
Looks like we could get more rain around 5:45.
Look at Steve at 39. Wow, look at that. He's picked up like 5 5 rows right there. I don't know if it's going to work out for him. Yeah, there he is on the bottom. He's got a lot of guys pushing him. He's going to need every one of them.
Oh, trouble! Oh, trouble! The 10 involved in that. Daniel Dye. Who's the 15?
Daniel Dye sliding down the racetrack now.
15's involved.
15, yep, Lawless Allen.
Lawless Allen. He had a big hit.
Yeah, flames coming out from behind the 15.
So that was a 1 and 5 second green flag run.
And a big accident here with 60 laps to go in the race.
Looks like we just got loose underneath him. Bottom of 3.
There's the 15, 3 wide on the bottom. Yeah, there you go. Lewis chases it up, catches the 27 and the 10. Jeff kind of gets it going. Now he ends up spinning around in the grass. The 10, Daniel Dye, doing nothing wrong. 3 wide top. 15 just gets loose. Bad air situation. You see him chasing the back, and then goes up the hill.
Sees part for the 97 and the 44 to get through.
Racer for about 16th position there. And Jeff, you know, you talk about this a lot over the last 10 years of covering this series. I think we've had to learn that, you know, this is not the Cup Series. It's Xfinity Series. It's a feeder series. We see a lot of Cup stars come down and run this series, but it's for the younger drivers to learn. And when you see that mistake right there of Lawless Allen in the 15, where else do you get to experience this, right? 2 Mile, Michigan, not a lot of testing. That's not going to be learned in the simulator. You have to come out and get in these positions to fill that memory bank of experience. And it was just, you know, just keep coming around a little bit. That's this ride along with Jeffrey Earnhardt. See what he's got to deal with. Did a good job. Yeah, Lawless, his most of his experience is in the truck series.
We're
right?
about to go over into
you know,
IndyCar coverage time.
Large racetracks, but the cars are
That
completely
actually
different
could
than
be
the
interesting.
trucks and the way they behave, and you're right. There's only one way to learn.
AMR safety crew's been busy today as they're attending to the drivers here. So the 15, Lawless Allen out of this race with 58 laps to go.
This
They got pushed to CNBC. Do I have that?
It's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night. No kidding.
No, I do not. Well, that's not good.
Don't miss our biggest sale of the year with savings up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets and experience the deep, undisturbed rest of Tempur-Pedic. Learn more at TempurPedic.com.
When I grow up, I want to be an actor.
So why don't you act like a good sister and get me some more buffalo wings?
On second thought, I want to be a director. Let's try a scene where you go get your eye.
Can we get some more lemon pepper wings in this scene?
Ooh, and honey teriyaki too.
Have your people call my people. Why do dude wipes clean better?
Is it extra large?
Because they're flushable.
Because obviously wet cleans better than dry. Let's watch. The wet side clears while the dry just smears.
It's just like what? Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down.
With so much great entertainment out there, wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
My favorites.
Who's up for a little bit of chaos? A dash of drama, a touch of temper. Who's down to take it to the streets, to bring the triangle, to hit the bricks? Who's game for a little fireworks between friends? See, that's a trick question. With the playoffs coming, there are no friends.
I hear you say it's a new show called The Anonymous.
That's all about deception.
Boom. Dagger stab.
I would know a thing or two about deception. If I had a lie detector test on, I would be... Never be afraid to dress up. Your look?
I've had a lot of outfits, and I plan on wearing all of them.
Or the truth. Trust me, I'd never lie to you.
USA's The Anonymous. Set your DVR for Monday at 11.
Getting ready for the choose for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Cabo Wabo 250 from Michigan International Speedway. After this caution, 7th of the day. Out in front is John Hunter Nemechek looking for win number 3 on the season. Allgaier and Quapple running 2nd and 3rd. Let's actually listen into the 88 radio.
Are we in a good spot for the end of the race, or are we kind of screwed? No, we're still 15 laps short to make it to the end of the race. I think if we get 1 or 2 more cautions, we'll come down and do our stuff, and we'll be good to go for green white checkers.
Steve?
So he was last on pit road at 52, so 15 laps short. You know, the other leaders were pitted 10 laps later, and I think they're going to try to stretch their tank. So I think what the 88's thinking is we're going to run a few more laps before we give up our track position to make sure that we can make it on fuel. Although the 7 of Allgaier is now saying 57 to go. We're going to draw the line. We're going to fill our car up with gas here. That way we don't depend on any more yellows. Dave, gas and go for these cars?
There was a number of cars, as you say, who wanted to do this. Yes, as you see, just fuel going in there. They leave your tires on that they had on there. Sieg is in as well, Marty.
Yeah, Ryan Sieg coming down pit road. They actually had a piece of their bear bond they put on a moment ago kind of come loose and start covering the grill, so they were having some overheating issues. They're also working on the left front for Ryan Sieg, who, as Jeff pointed out, made some pretty spectacular moves after that last restart, trying to get some track position. Also, Cole Custer comes in as the regular season championship leader. They have been struggling with a pretty large overheating issue at one point at 285 on that car, and they have tried to fix it right now. But here's the deal with Custer. He has really fallen back in the field. Came in with a 50-plus point lead. Right now it's just plus 31 over the 7 car. So we'll have to see how this plays out for the rest of the race.
The problem with the 00 is, you know, with all that damage, the ductwork, the air, you know, basically the ducting, trying to force the air through the radiator could be damaged. No pressure in that. It's going to be hard to cool the 00.
A lot of work taking place on the 00. Again, caution coming out here for the 7th time, but we'll have a restart when we return.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time. Or free with select combo purchase. Now you can get stacks on stacks. At IHOP, we don't just put food on your plate, we put a smile on your plate.
Ready to rise? To the challenge? Above obstacles. Above perceptions. Above it all. If so, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Accept the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose quickly stops migraine in its tracks. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
All you can eat riblet, shrimp, and boneless wings are back for just $15.99 at Applebee's.
Getting ready for the restart here with 54 laps to go. And a reminder, coming up at 6 o'clock, there will be the NTT IndyCar Series racing. That's going to begin on CNBC.
Good.
And it will join USA Network at the conclusion of this race for the Xfinity Series.
Saw a lot of cars come to pit road right there. I think they're trying to figure their fuel mileage to the end of the race. But Jeff, a little conversation on some radios about the radar.
That green dot is approaching. I think if you're, we talked about it earlier, Steve, I need to know that. I just need to understand the intensity that I need to bring to the race because of the potential rain and what other drivers are going to be doing.
It'll be 54 laps. A lot of people are saying the sun is shining. I see the shadows.
Well, now my radar is saying it's not going to rain.
Still out there.
Back green.
Green flag back out. John Hunter Nemechek in the 20 on that high line. Has help from Carson Quapple in the 88. Chandler Smith in the 81. He's going to go to the outside. Gets a little bit loose. Austin Hill pushing him up the racetrack.
Pushing was accurate. I'm not sure if the 81 was driving to the top or being pushed to the top, but it's going to end up working out as the 21 now is that car in the middle. Blue hood, middle 3 wide.
Middle of 3 wide. Is it going to work for the low line? We've seen guys spin down there. Everyone clean through 4.
Nice work for Sammy Smith to slide him into that 3rd spot, Jeff. I think that's going to save him a few positions.
Yeah.
Martin Retzlaff in the 31 that's falling back on the bottom of the racetrack.
See his 21. He wants to keep trying to go forward, but there's just nowhere to go. Now he's trying to find a hole to get into. Can he jump in right here? I think he can.
That leaves the yellow, white, and blue car, the 7 of Justin Allgaier, who just pitted kind of on his own on the bottom. A little bit of help from Parker Kligerman behind him.
And we're hearing NASCAR is going to penalize the 7 for pulling out of line too early.
Yeah, restart violation. You must stay in your lane.
Restart violation on the 7. It says 97 to Shane Van Gisbergen.
Move in either direction. That'll be a pass through. They'll have to come down pit road.
Is it SVG or Allgaier? Because he said the 7,
Not quite
but
lose a lap, but very close to it at these speeds.
Penalty. Take another look. Again, this is the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen.
So he was laying back, gets a big run. Before he gets to the start-finish line, he changes lanes.
Yeah, clear as day, right? He has to follow the 35.
Another rule you have to just make sure that you're aware of, and that's what SVG has continued to do, is just learn as much as he can about this racing.
well, if this race ends by 6:50, I will be live for
All in line
the
here as Nemechek
Red Sox.
in front of Carson Quapple. Back up through the gears goes the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen as he comes off of pit road after serving that penalty.
In front of the leaders, without a pit stop, you don't lose a lap, but you know, by himself, first these cars in the draft, much like Daytona and Talladega, they're going to kind of eat away at that gap.
But they also
Up
might be
front,
delayed
I think
too.
Nemechek and Quapple are just settled in. They like to see the laps kind of click by right here.
Marty.
Hey, Rick, we talked about the overheating issues for Cole Custer. Now you can add a right front that went down. They actually held him here on pit road for a moment just to make sure that everything was good, but he went down 2 laps in the process. And, you know, as it sits now, he would still have a healthy regular season points lead, but it's going to be cut down dramatically, almost in half by Justin Allgaier where they're running right now.
Get that damage. You can tape it up all you want. It just, you know, hard to keep its structure and speed with the air pressure pushing on it.
All right, Steve, how early are you starting to think about fuel and conservation if you're John Hunter Nemechek in the 20? Came to pit road on lap 62. Can he get all the way to the end of this race with 49 laps still to go?
Well, we had a few cautions right there, so that's going to help him. You know, he's had 7 caution flag laps. So I think for that reason, he's going to feel a little bit better about his fuel. Plus, even leading the race, you might be able to save a little bit of gas if the 88 of Quapple isn't pushing you too hard.
Yeah, he's probably saving fuel also. He's been on lap 52.
Sammy Smith running up there in the third position. Noah Gregson is fourth. Chandler Smith in fifth in the 81.
With this style of racing, it's very difficult to figure fuel mileage because by yourself, 55 laps, pushing the air, you're kind of pushing the air all on your own. In the draft, you can get all the way up to maybe 60 laps. All right, so they're looking at a 63-lap run here in the finish. Those 7 cautions should get him close, but he is leading the race. It's just such a huge window of these fuel mileage races when you start to talk about reduced power and getting the aid of the draft.
And again, a reminder at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock, the NTT IndyCar Series race from Worldwide Technology Raceway in St. Louis will begin on CNBC. And at the conclusion of the Xfinity Series race, we will join on USA Network. That race, again, the NTT IndyCar Series will begin on CNBC at 6 o'clock.
You would think this front group, it's about 8 cars, they would just check out, just drive away from this chaos behind them. That's what you want right now, is just to stay single file.
Listen in to John Hunter Nemechuk's radio.
All we can do to creep the pace down without letting the 88 by. Everyone's trying to save.
All right, so what they want them to do is to try to stack the field up. To your point, Jeff, you would think they would drive away, but I don't think John Hunter has the fuel to do it. So currently, these 8 cars are faster than the field. So there's pace to give up as we take a look at first and second place telemetry on the right side of your screen. Now, Carson Quabble, I don't believe he thinks he can make it. Last on Parrot Road lap 52, so he has probably no interest in trying to save gas. You watch the 20th telemetry, though, 5 green dots, wide open throttle, kind of all the way around the place, Dave.
Steve, I don't know if Carson can make it either, but they're encouraging to roll in, roll out of the throttle, take it very easy. So they at least want to give themselves as many options as they can as this race winds down. Remember, he's a 21-year-old, hasn't run a lot of Xfinity Series races. This is something new to him. He's been good at everything else he's tried so far, so maybe fuel save as well.
He's won multiple Cars Tour championships, and the son of Truck Series champion Travis Quabble. Running second, Carson Quabble.
Gold mine with local intel, just you wait.
So tell us about this corn festival.
Oh, you got your corn pudding, you got your corn chowder.
So is it safe around here?
Sometimes.
If a family of 8 were to need a cold plunge, where would they find it?
Oh, then they dip it in butter and bam, it goes right in. Really cute vampire bar like a reverend does, like a blessing on the corn.
Donut shops, how far from here?
No eyebrows?
Think of how light it'll feel in the summer. You gotta run. 11,000 more neighborhoods to go.
Bing dong.
Homes.com. If your answer to the summer heat is let it rain, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
All you can eat riblets, shrimp, and boneless wings. $15.99 all day, every day at Applebee's.
You know, when I take the bike out like this, all my stress is just melted away.
I hear that. This bad boy can fix anything.
Yeah, tough day at work. Nice cruise to sort you right out.
When I'm riding, I'm not even thinking about my painful cavity.
Oh, you shouldn't have known that.
And every time I get stressed about having to pay my bills, I just hop on the bike, man.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta pay your bills.
You don't have to worry about anything when you're protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
Well, you definitely do. Those things aren't related, so...
Ah,
Oh, that is a vibrating pain.
Watkins Glen has always been that perfect blend of beauty with beast. A blend of fast and not so fast. This year, the playoffs come to the Glen.
There is a lot on the line.
A perfect blend of drama and history, of twists and turns, of thrills and chills. A perfect racing experience for the whole family. NASCAR Playoffs weekend at Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at theglen.com.
The greater the risk, the sweeter the reward. This is IndyCar.
Monday, their reign of terror is only beginning. The reckoning is here. Raw, Monday at 8, only on USA.
The 88 of Carson Kvapil had a big run there, got all the way to the back bumper of the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek, but both could be on fuel, well, at least the 20 could be on fuel conservation mode.
I don't think the 20 believes he's racing the 88. 88 pitted 10 laps earlier, but right behind the 88, his teammate of Sammy Smith, him and John Hunter Nemechek are on the same strategy. The first car with the most fuel is a 7 of Allgaier. He's back in 10th position. He pitted 7 laps after the leaders.
Dave, what about the 7?
Oh, here goes that pass for the lead, Rick. Just as we say that, will Carson Kvapil get it? Yes, it looks like he is.
This is now the longest green flag run of the day.
We'll see if the 20, he is going to drop in behind the 88, so Kvapil does take the lead.
And this makes more sense. If the 20 is going to try to connect to the end of this race, second in line to a car that's inferior on fuel is the place to be. Now the 8 is racing for position. The 88 in front, he's now your best friend, kind of break the air, trying to save the gas. I bet if we go back to the 20's telemetry, we're going to see him out of the gas some now. Right now with that draft, he can manage some part throttle.
Dave.
So best fuel position right now is Justin Allgaier, or highest fuel position, I should say, good position, is Allgaier in 9th. He restarted 14th. This was his dictate from his crew chief.
So update, you're going to be good by 1 lap, the others are not. You're going to go as hard as you can and force them out of fuel, okay? Hard as you can, and I'll let you know if you need to save any. Copy.
And so that is what Justin Allgaier is doing, passing cars, going to the front, trying to run the others out of fuel. He's got 7 extra laps.
Yeah, so what he needs to do is he kind of needs some partners, but if Austin Hill in front of him is saving
Carson
fuel,
Kvapil's the leader.
His teammate Jesse Love was, he needs to just pull by and pass him. You see, this up here will help the cars behind catch up. So that is kind of what he needs also. And you can see way back in the back right there, he just got by Austin Hill. And now that with those cars side by side, that's going to create a big draft, and he should be able to catch this path.
And that's great instruction from Jim Pullman on top of the 7-box. Jeff, you always say you want to know what the plan is, what's going on. That was clear and concise. I need you to do this to have the best chance to win this race.
So now what he has to do is he's going to be faster. He's going to be able to be wide open. But what can he do with it? Is there going to be a gap? So when he turns underneath somebody or goes on the outside of him, there's a place for him to go. In this situation, he's going to take this spot easily.
Maybe 2. If those 2 ran side by side, we'll see.
That last lap, Rick, he ran a 41.40. That is 0.7 of a second faster than the leaders. So the leaders are for sure in a fuel conservation plan.
But now he's side by side, and they actually did not clear him. Back to the outside. Cannot get him. So that was a lap of not being able to.
Sam has sandy cheeks. I have sandy cheeks. I do.
Push them to make them go full throttle, trying to get the lead, and then that'll force them.
This has this feel of like a mid-90s Daytona summer race. You know, everybody would talk about what this race looks like. That's what it looks like to me, Jeff. You know, 8, 9, 10 cars in a gap. These are the ones where you're kind of wide open, but handling still matters. So I'm not sure we'll get a caution with 36 to go, which makes this strategy even more important.
Yeah, and it's gotten spread out, right? Everybody throughout the entire field is spread out. So it's harder to get that caution. You can see that Allgaier's doing everything in his power to. It's going to take him forever to get a spot. He knows that. And so does John Hunter Nemechek leading this race.
Last I checked, my radar said that it's good to the
push
end.
the pace because he has more fuel than anyone in front of him. And if they're trying to conserve, it's going to make it even more difficult.
That is still the case, at least on my radar.
The accordion. You're hoping you catch them backing up to save gas. There you go. Now he's got to the outside of the 19. He's going to push the 30. There's another spot. Push the 30 past. Allgaier doing a really nice job with this plan.
Allgaier up to 7.
So now he's got more momentum on the 30. This is one car at a time.
And with 35 laps to go, he has 7, so 34 now. But he has time. It's just, can he continue to methodically pick off one car after the next? And he tries to get around the 30 here. He's going to clear that 30 easily.
But the 4 in front, they're packed up closer together. So how is he going to get by these guys unless he can get on the outside there's nowhere for him to go. If he drove underneath the 18's right behind the 8.
Can he side draft the 18 and pull him back? Well, now he's going to open up that outside line. So now the 7 has the outside line, but he doesn't have enough momentum.
Yeah, so this is where it's going to get more difficult. The guys at the end of the pack, because they're struggling to stay with the front pack, there's more space.
And again, a reminder, if you're tuning in for the NBC IndyCar Series race at 6 o'clock, top of the hour, it will start on CNBC. So a reminder, the IndyCar race will begin on CNBC, and USA Network will join that race coverage at the conclusion of this Xfinity Series race.
So here's the other thing. If our guy tries to go on the bottom and he doesn't clear him, all of those guys are going to jump on the outside. Then all the work that he's done is gone. So he cannot afford to make that mistake.
I agree. I like what he's looking at right there. Let the 18 look low, try to get to his right rear quarter panel. That's a much safer pass if it's unsuccessful. Because now the 18 kind of goes up.
Will he push the 18? See if he can get the 18 to try to make a pass too.
Well, that's great, because if he can get him side by side in front of him, he can just follow whichever lane he thinks can move through, and he's going to be plus at least one position.
But either way, I feel like he's forcing the 18 to run more throttle than he wants to.
There goes the 18. He looks to the inside of the 8.
Yeah,
Will the
Sheldon.
7 go with him? The 18's going to complete the pass.
Nice.
Yeah, so Algar's too smart to try to go with him right there, because it wouldn't have worked. And
Sheldon up to
he would've been
4th.
stuck on the inside.
Carson Guapo has a
Behind
2.5
the
second
car.
lead
So
over John
you would like
Nemechek
to
right
take
now.
that spot, but if it didn't work out for you, it could have been worse. But the 18, the only way he made that pass is to be full throttle. So he is pushing his car.
Again, John Hunter Nemechek, last pitted, got him on 62.
Absolutely. He's got that 8 now. Got to the right side. The 8 gets right back in line.
So the 7 has cleared. And again,
So actually, I think the plan will be to stream the Sox.
Carson Guapo is leading this race. He has a 2.5
30 to go, so hopefully it doesn't take too long.
He was last on pit road at lap 52, so he has a lot less fuel, 10 laps less than Nemechek, and 17 laps less than the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Dave.
And Rick, the driver, just asked about the plan.
What are we looking like in the field? Got about 15 more laps. We got some weather about 6 miles away.
So the
No, they said they got
now, they cannot make
weather
it to
like
the end. They're
6
planning
miles
a little
away.
weather, but would that end the race? We don't know. Marty.
Dave, the race within the race is fascinating. They told Chandler Smith sitting in third, listen, we need you to save fuel.
My radar
I said,
still
"No,
says
I can
nothing."
save more than I'm saving right now. I'm 50% throttle all the way around the corner. Then Jeff Mandering, his crew chief, said, I need you to save until you see the 7 in your mirror. At that point, I want you to go because the 7's in that better fuel situation than us. Save when you can, but once you see the 7, race them.
And that's what we've seen. The 7 showed up on the scene, and the 81 picked up the pace.
Well, the 3 Joe Gibbs cars, they haven't been willing to pass each other. They have been stacked up multiple times getting in the corner. Creed now, he's going for it.
Creed's going to try to pull the 81 back with a little side drafting. He moves up the racetrack. He'll clear that 81 of Chandler Smith. So Creed moves up to the 3rd spot. Again, Nemechek's running 2nd. And out in front of this group is Carson Guapo.
Look, Guapo, I love this play. Rain is close. If you get rain for 4 or 5 minutes, how are they going to get the track dry in time to get it going again? So you're this far in, keep going.
So let's see which drivers are on the move. Brought to you by Ashley Furniture. And Jeff Burton gained 15 spots. Jeremy Clements 13 already. As we're seeing a little push there from Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith is Justin Allgaier's best friend, because the 7 got high looking to the outside of the 81 off 2 and had to either chop the throttle or touch the gas, lost momentum, and to his rescue came his teammate.
And unfortunately, there's no one behind Sammy Smith, so Sammy Smith can afford to help him.
So the numbers don't work out for the 88 of Quapple unless rain stops this race. And then Mother Nature is Carson Quapple's best friend. Listen into the radio, John Hunter Nemechek.
Keep the lead, save as much as you can. I think we're about 3 miles short. This is going to be a fascinating 25, 26 laps to the finish here.
Again, just a couple minutes away from the start of the NTT IndyCar Series race from Worldwide Technology Raceway. And again, that will start on CNBC. So at CNBC, the start of the NTT IndyCar Series race. As soon as this race concludes, it will be joined by USA Network.
You got to take full concentration. You're not only trying to keep the lead with your John Hunter Nemechek, but you're trying to do it with not burning the fuel. As we see a big slide, the 7's going to take advantage. Teammate behind to push him through.
Yeah, way up the racetrack. We saw that 81 go up, and so now the 7 of Allgaier and the 8 of Sammy Smith both cleared the 81 of Chandler Smith.
Junior Motorsports.
Good to see Sammy Smith back up there after his issues earlier.
We've seen races in the past where they didn't do so well in some of the speedway races. Not today. Allgaier
Cole
and
Custer was
Sammy
my pick
Smith
to
are
win, but
lockstep.
he's 4 laps
Sammy
down.
Smith kind of being that great teammate, doing everything the 7.
Really hope Sheldon can win.
I'm just surprised that everybody is willing to gamble that the weather is going to get here. It's going to be close. It might go north of us.
When I think if you're the 7, you've played your cards, right? You're just trying to get up and take the lead at this point.
Yeah, I thought about the 20, but I think what the 88's doing is exactly what they need to be doing.
7 has caught the back of the 18 of Creed.
You see how much these guys have slowed down, right? Because 12 on the 88 is pulled out with 2.5 second lead by himself. No driving help whatsoever.
Allgaier a little higher through the turn. We'll see if that momentum pays off as he comes down the front stretch.
You know, by Allgaier just being there, Steve, it forces these Toyotas to use a little more fuel than they want to. If not, he would just easily pass them.
I like this move. This is what the 7's been doing, kind of running that higher lane. This is going to be way harder because it is 2 Toyotas, right? So he's going to have to try to split them up.
Look at the points as they run. Allmendinger 100 above that cut line. Sieg and Smith dead even again in points. Sammy Smith running in the 5th position right now. Ryan Sieg running 12th. Stage 1 win for Ryan Sieg, very big in points. Here comes the 7 now, looking to the inside of the 18 for this 3rd spot.
It's all about what this 8 car is going to do. Can he push him? He's coming to him. Going to make contact with the rear bumper. Doesn't quite get there. 7's got to clear him here. Doesn't do it.
And the 8 can't really stay close enough, right? Just between the 2 cars being wide open and the 18 picking up the 20s draft.
7 will drop back until he gets the help from the 8 again.
And if you're Creed, I know you want to work with your teammate, but don't you want to be the first one? Don't you want to get by this 20 car?
And you see on the timing screen the 88 of Quapple leading. We're not showing him because these 4 have basically conceded he needs to pit for fuel. They're not going to worry about him unless the weather does come. As we see, we have a slow car on the backstretch. I believe that's the 35.
35 is slow in the backstretch. It could be a caution.
I don't know if he's out of power. It's a long way around here at that speed. I'm not sure he'll make it all the way back. NASCAR is going to let him try to get back. And I like that call. He's not leaking any fluids. Keep this thing under green. Let these strategies play out. Look, he's rolling pretty quickly.
Looks like he'll make it to pit road. And the fight for second continues on the top of your screen.
So yeah, this has been by far the longest green flag run of the day. We're up on 24 minutes now.
Make it to pit road. John Hunter Nemechek still in front of Sheldon Creed. Justin Allgaier in the 7. Again, trying to take position away from Creed and John Hunter Nemechek. Nemechek. He's trying to force their hands. He has more fuel than the two in front of him, and a lot more fuel than the race leader, Carson Quapple.
Yeah, reading the radio on the 88, a couple laps away, about lap 108. We expect the 88 on pit roads, just 1 or 2 laps away.
Oh, 18 got loose right there.
No.
And the 7 trying to take advantage of it to the inside. Does he have enough momentum to pass him?
He doesn't.
He will not unless his teammate can get to him. I don't think that the 8 car has enough pace.
That side draft is going to pull the 18 back. The 8 does not go down soon enough to get with the 7, and so here comes the 18 one more time.
And the 8
big wiggle.
The 7. The 8's just not close
Like
enough to the 7 to be able to help him when he makes those moves.
And look at Sammy Smith.
Bad
once
seal
again
on the
staying
pipe?
right
What do you
behind
mean?
That 7 of Allgaier. Sammy Smith on the same fuel situation as Nemechek and Creed.
So the 18 gets loose right there. Allgaier drives underneath him, but just not enough momentum to clear him. It sounded so much faster because these guys are trying to save fuel, but can't quite clear him. He's on the outside of him now. He's there.
He's going to stay there, and he's going to clear that 18. So now Allgaier has moved up to the 3rd spot. Just behind the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. We're expecting Quapple any lap now to be on his way to pit road because of fuel issue. And here comes the 7 going by. He'll clear the 20 now. Allgaier in a position where if fuel comes into play, he's got the most of anybody around him.
2 teammates, though, behind him. They're going to work together.
And the 88 now on his way to pit road. That will put the
And
race
so
back
Justin
on the
Allgaier is going to be the leader now.
Allgaier.
God damn it.
Allgaier now leading the 88 on pit road, Dave.
Car did not sputter. Carson did not say anything. They called him to pit road. They knew they couldn't make it to the end. They were just hoping the
Just
weather would
messing
make it
around.
and the race. That did not happen.
There are dark clouds.
How you doing,
right now
Marcia?
above the racetrack, but no precipitation yet.
Yeah, Marcia.
Marty, Jesse Love's coming towards you.
Boy, just as the storm clouds start to come over MIS here, Jesse Love.
Well, they're saying storm clouds are coming over the track now, but no rain yet.
He coming down pit road here. Fuel and 4 tires actually for Jesse Love. We'll make sure it was not a tire going down. And this
Could be rain at any moment.
And now you see the gap, right? The 7 is able to pull away from 8-3, saving gas. Now in the position, the 20, the 18, the 8. I think if they are short on fuel still, it's all about managing the fuel. Now that you've given up the lead, or the lead was taken away, you didn't really give it up. It was taken away by the 7. It's Jim Pullman, crew chief of the 7. Just a great strategy call, putting more fuel on the 7, committing to the strategy, and then Allgaier on that restart, getting trap position right away, and then executing the plan that is crew chief. It's easy to say push hard, but there's a lot of other cars that came in 69 that have been unable to do this. Allgaier fast enough to go up and take the lead.
Can Allgaier have pushed too hard? Could he have pushed so hard that he potentially could run out of gas with only 13 laps to go?
I think you would take advantage of every car in front of you, the 20, or excuse me, right in front of the leader, right? We see the 97 of SVG who had that restart violation. He's a pretty fast race car. So as the 7 toes up on him, a little part throttle, right? Don't lose momentum. Allgaier's been here before. He knows how to kind of keep lap time while saving some gas.
The only 2 in the field that have won here at Michigan before, John Hunter Nemechek and A.J. Allmendinger.
And it has gotten dark here at the racetrack.
Very dark. The clouds came over the racetrack. The good thing is right now that we haven't heard of or seen any precipitation.
So move right there from Creed. Gets by his teammate Nemechek.
Seven goes by the 97, putting him officially a lap down.
I was worried about the 7 getting hung up behind the 97, but that was no issue whatsoever. Just drove right by.
Well, and we talk a lot about what this is doing for Creed and Nemechek, but if you look at the group of cars over here, that's a large group of cars that were last on pit road at lap 62. Creed, Nemechek, Smith, Gregson, Gray, Hill. Chandler Smith. I only say that because look at Ryan Sieg back there in 10th. He's on the fuel strategy of the 7. He's only 1 point currently to the good over Sammy Smith. The playoff line could change dramatically
looks
in the
like
last 12 laps depending on how
Allgaier
everyone
might
has done
win.
saving gas.
Now they saved
Hope
enough
Creed can
fuel.
catch him.
Gain was working with the teammate, Justin Allgaier, in that 7 to help him stay up. So he was on the gas quite a bit, giving him pushes throughout these laps to get him the lead, be up front.
A little surprised the 7 hasn't been able to drive further away. I feel like Creed, he really hasn't gotten away from him that far, Steve. I wonder if Creed's starting to get some confidence that somehow he saved enough fuel.
Or maybe
go up here and take the fight to him.
Maybe he sees this as his opportunity. Got to go for it. Race him for it as opposed to worry about fuel, because if he already thinks that the 7 has enough fuel, he's going to have to go for it.
Well, we're going to find out, because Creed has cleared SVG, and now the 7 car is right in front of him.
And look at the second place finishes for the driver of the 18, Sheldon Creed. 10 second place finishes already. Still looking for that first win. It was announced earlier today he'll be with Haas Factory Team in 2025. But wouldn't a win be very good for his momentum into the playoffs?
Well, don't forget he spun for the lead earlier. So this car is fast. Pole sitter has the pace.
Well, let's see. Is anybody saving fuel?
Allgaier was out of the gas more than Creed.
Yeah, but I don't know that that's out of the gas trying to save fuel or out of the gas for handling issues.
Well, we saw him get that loose earlier, right?
Right.
Here comes Sammy Smith in the 8, trying to clear John Hunter Nemechek.
Well, and in front of the 7, a bunch of traffic, to be quite honest. I mean, we don't think about traffic in a situation like this. But
Caution.
Car in the wall.
Car in the wall. Oh, that's the 91.
Wow. 91 hard. Kyle Weatherman.
Kyle Weatherman.
Kyle's trying to climb out of that.
Well, he is the weatherman, and he could be bringing the weather.
Hit a freaking ton, Mario.
He could be bringing the weather.
Really good to see Kyle get out. You see the heavy damage. We heard the spotter talking about a right front tire going down.
See right here, the 91. Toward the bottom, and there it is. Oh. That boy, the spotter was right. That was a huge hit.
It's for a car that had issues today. He's 22 laps behind, back in 30 seconds. So, hate to see that.
Yeah, that narrowed that car up quickly. We see the AMRC.
Yeah, he looks like he's not doing good.
Quickly going to attend to Kyle Weatherman.
That is such.
Well, I mean, he walked out, but he looks like he's kind of limping.
It just jars you. It's amazing. I can't even describe what it feels like when you hit like that. It just hurts everything. See.
You see it on the face of Kyle.
Just huge hits. Watch the right rear. This thing goes up. Watch, boom, boom. Right, that second smack of the right rear. That really hurts.
Again, the safer barriers, that styrofoam that's behind the steel wall. It's supposed to give a little bit of movement to the wall so that the car and driver don't have to take the full brunt of the force.
So much done for the safety of these race cars, but when you're going these speeds, there's no way to take the pain away from it. To limit it, you can't eliminate it.
Interesting situation here. Turning back to the leaders. 8 to go.
I really hope Sheldon can win.
Dark clouds above the racetrack. Really, until we saw the car on the wall, I wondered if that was for rain, that caution. It really is that dark out. So now you would have to think that you see the racetrack right there, little green spot, almost right on top of it. I would imagine the guys. So it's a question. The caution's helping you save gas, but are we looking at a standard race length, or are we going to go past the end of the race? I don't know how long it's going to take to get that car towed back in.
And what do you have to lose, right? If you're Sammy Smith, you talked about the point battle that he's in. Can he afford to stay out here and potentially run out of fuel?
We're going to take a quick break and come back for the restart here.
It's going to rain any second.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. Save up to $1,200 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. With the best mattress brands under one roof, Ashley has you and your sleep covered. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. Restore your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first from Valvoline.
This is it. This is where we find out. Quick question. Student body math proficiency. What? What do we say? It's good, fair.
Probably going to be a restart with like 4 or 5 to go if it doesn't rain.
Homes.com.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time, or free with select combo purchase. Only at IHOP.
Caution comes out for the wreck in turn number 2. Kyle Leatherman, but a little bit of sprinkles in the area as they are continuing to clean up the accident in turn number 2. Could rain cause this race to be shortened? The road is open. Will anyone come?
Nope. The leaders, I think they've all made their strategy on fuel. The question is, do you think we'll continue? You can see overtimes, or will the rain end it? Tell who that first car was. Chandler Smith,
the first pitch. Ryan Sieg pits.
And Parker
Kligerman.
Yeah, you see Chandler Smith, Ryan Sieg coming down pit road, also Parker Kligerman as well. In fact, Matt Noyce was fairly committed to coming down pit road here with 6 laps to go so far in the race, and he said, we're going to drag everybody else with us. And then they were surprised when the 81 popped out in front of them. I think all of these cars are having trouble with handling. In fact, Chandler Smith in the middle of this run told
I got everything, Jaden.
Hey, if we get a caution, I want 4 tires. The handling completely gone for me, so we'll see how.
Yeah, the most recent green flag run was 31 minutes and 48 seconds, I think.
For an overtime is what they need to get track position.
Well, Rick, if we're lucky enough to mix this weather, multiple overtimes, they could be in great shape.
49 seconds.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting.
Jaden, it's too big to bring inside.
Thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
The race to the NASCAR playoffs is on USA. Green flag, everything going. All the excitement. All the drama. All the characters. Next stop, Michigan. NASCAR, tomorrow on USA.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now. Returning lessees can now lease a Bronco Sport for $299 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford stores.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world. Prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's almost $7,000 in average finance savings.
I just really hope Sheldon can win.
Just a handful of laps remain. NASCAR Xfinity Series Chicago Wabo 250. Speedway. Out front, it's Allgaier. Does he have enough fuel? Has he saved enough? He had the most of the guys he was racing against, which includes Sheldon Creed running second, Sammy Smith running third, John Hunter Nemechek is fourth, Gregson fifth. Taylor Gray 6, Austin Hill 7. All of them came to pit road at 62, where Allgaier was on pit road at 69. Again.
Big fun up here. This infield is underrated in how fun it is. Good party crowd. I'll tell you something, guys. Don't keep talking about this weather. The wind has picked up. It is blowing directly toward turns 1 and 2. That is going to change the way these cars drive.
And 3 and 4. Adding some laps. That's the northern part of this track, and that's where we saw the green hitting. So as it is going through, we'll see how much precipitation comes down if they lose the track.
Well, if you're Allgaier, the track's soaked. If you're Creed, the track's fine. Probably, you know, it certainly forced NASCAR to run another lap of caution to make sure the track's dry.
But you're right, Steve. I mean, everybody has a different mentality.
You missed
as far as
most
how
of this.
wet this racetrack is.
You see the 8 on the
We haven't
flat where
lost the
Reed
track
Smith
yet, no.
has seen some low fuel pressure.
Sprinkles are
so
coming down somewhat
you see
harder.
right here, Justin Allgaier, 24 wins in the series, going for the 25th.
Yeah, he's trying to get Jeff Burton.
What the heck?
He wants to catch that
When he makes
27 win.
You get to like present the trophy at 27, like, hey, here you go. I think Kyle Busch could present the trophy at 1, but I don't think that.
Yeah, let them lose.
So I was saying, we saw the 8 on the flat. He's reporting some low fuel pressure.
We'll
So
have at most
remember,
2
this
laps
is kind of the old style fuel
of
cells.
green
We
flag
talked a lot
racing, I
about the
think.
fuel cells in
Yeah.
Cup cars. Well, these Xfinity cars have basically a pickup in the right rear
Pump it,
corner of
Andy.
box. It has some trap doors. The fuel goes in there and it doesn't really come out. But the design is, as you run in a circle, kind of like spinning a 5-gallon bucket, you know, on a rope, the water stays in it, or the fuel stays in that right rear corner. But under these speeds on the banking, the fuel actually falls to the left because gravity takes over. So, hey, going down on the banking, on the flat, swerving, trying to get fuel back over into that
I
pickup.
could, but I'm not going to.
18 and the 20 on the same
I just don't want
number
to
of laps
put
on
you
fuel.
guys
They
through
don't
that.
feel the need to do that.
I could
That's
pump
where
it, but
once you get to these late race restarts, I'm just not sure how many we're going to get. One guy steps on the throttle and he has low fuel, he can get spun out. We've seen this multiple times. I mean, at Nashville,
they're not giving him the 1 to go, which means it will be overtime.
Joey Logano survived, I don't know how many of these things. And
recap quick. So the race started 24 minutes late due to rain. Once it got started, they raced for about 16 laps, and then there was the caution at the beginning. I forgot even what that one was for, but
just don't know how that's going to work
and
out.
then the stage ended.
What about Creed?
Well, for what it's worth, Rick, it has stopped raining here.
There's been a
on
few
pit road,
crash.
and
There's been like
conversation on Sheldon
a lot of
Creed's radio
cautions this race.
about where to choose if they ever get to that point. NASCAR
Between like
adding
lap like
another
15
caution
and like
lap
lap
here. We'll see if they're
60
coming to the
something.
choose this time. His teammates behind him, John Hunter Nemechek and Taylor Gray, have said, "Hey, we'll
Riley
go low
Herbst had a hard
if you want us
crash.
to go low,"
Austin
but they
Hill
also
spun
know
but
that
didn't
the
hit
top has
anything.
been
Sheldon
dominant
also spun
today
earlier
in
but didn't
terms
hit
of
anything.
race
Sheldon
starts.
spun
So,
from the
Jeff,
lead.
What would you take? Would you take your teammates' word for it? Hey, we'll help you out, or would you go to the top side on this restart?
If they're going to go with me, I'm going to have to go to the bottom.
Lawless Allen had a hard crash. Kyle Weatherman just had a hard crash.
I also think it's just a bad
And we just had a green flag run, the longest green flag run of the day. It was like 31 minutes and 49 seconds.
Maybe you get some help, and you can make that move on the 7th car. And it's a very tough call. The bottom has worked a couple times, but it's really worked when the great push was on the bottom and it wasn't such a great push on the top. And remember, if they pick the bottom, Sammy Smith's going to pull up behind.
Yeah, there is a
Allgaier,
pencil
that's his
bat.
teammate. But by this, look at this rain right here.
Yeah, that's turn 4.
Yeah, I can't see him going again.
Dude, just go 2 laps.
That was
Just
turn
do it.
4. We can see the raindrops hitting the camera on Austin Hill's United Rentals on board.
The question is, are they going to red flag this thing? Well, these are all the debates that the tower comes into question because, you know, do they think stopping them, is it getting too wet to stop the cars? It's raining right now. That's not a sprinkle, but is there enough time to stop them, dry the track, get going again? And looking at the time of day, knowing that 8:20 is already the official kind of end of the race and being this close, I think if the track changes color, a 2-mile racetrack, I would be shocked
that we're going to see a dry. So I think any rain at this point, we're already at overtime.
Right.
So, I mean, red flagging here.
Yeah, it wouldn't really be a rain-shortened race at this point. Well, actually, no, it still would be. They're going to bring him down pit road.
I know the 18 wants a shot to win, but I think there's a bunch of cars behind the 18 that would be okay with just ending it. I've seen so many cars on the flat, I'm not sure how many think they can make it on fuel.
Sammy Smith being one of them. We keep talking about the race to try to make the playoffs.
So they are going to stop them this time.
He could roll out of here with a third-place finish.
And if you're Ryan Sieg, Chandler Smith, Parker Kligerman, you're frustrated because you came to pit road and then the weather got you. But, I mean, everybody had the radar. We knew the rain was close. If I could have knew exactly that it was going to rain, I'd have won a lot more races, Rick.
Oh, it sucked to see Allgaier win.
You got to have the right weather app. So take another look at the radar. Again, just a really small cell that's passing through here. But if it's enough, if it puts enough precipitation and moisture on this racetrack, then they have to get the jet dryers out. That's going to take quite a bit of time. You mentioned it, Steve. It's a 2-mile racetrack. The sprinkles still coming down on the 21 as they're on pit road now.
To be honest, you know, this has not been, there's been a lot of precipitation in the area that's not even on the radar. So
it looks wet to me. It looks like turn 4 has gotten wet, like they've lost to turn 4. They're going to have to dry that for sure. The front straightaway part of it as well. The track's hard to tell, to be honest. The color of it is difficult to tell when it's wet versus dry, but I feel like turn 4 is wet.
Well, this race looks like it's going to be shortened by, I think, 2 laps, 1 lap.
Before the start-finish line, even on pit road.
We're hearing they feel like they have not lost the racetrack.
AMR safety crew.
So they've stopped the cars. And the red flag is out.
Trucks. As the red flag has come out, NASCAR's going to go out and take another look at the track. This is a great call as far as those that were...
No, it is still shortened.
So instead of rolling around here to make that decision, stop them on pit road. Go out.
This race is supposed to be 125 laps. This says lap 123, but I think that means they're on lap 124. So it technically would be shortened.
Well, once again, I thought that was like a dry area up by the wall because they angled the wall, but now I'm wondering if that isn't just the tire rubber, the groove.
Well, that's where they put the resin down. You know, trying to create a third and fourth lane. And that 2 lanes. That's what that is.
Too bad Parker's in the race because he's our wet
he can tell
asphalt expert. We could have sent him out there and look at it. Sort of laugh now. Now, well, just remember, the NASCAR officials who are going to make the determination whether this could be dried or not, they're in basically the tower next to us. So they struggle to see the condition of the track no different than us. That's why the pace car, other safety vehicles can go out, look at the surface, determine what it looks like.
Well, we're going to chat with the 7 of Justin Allgaier, and I'm pretty sure he's going to say that it is so wet there's no way they should be allowed to go back out on the track.
Well, they're talking amongst themselves right now, so we're going to give them plenty of room. All right, we're good now. Hey, Justin, it's guys in the USA booth. You with us?
Yeah, buddy, go ahead.
Well, great job there getting by all those guys that get the lead. Now you got to wait the weather out. What did the track look like to you?
Well, unfortunately, Jeff, I couldn't see the track because the windshield's pretty wet. You know, obviously, regardless of the outcome here, just proud of the 7 team. You know, our helmets Mayo missile that we've been calling it all week is just that. I mean, it's been a lot of fun to drive this every day. We've passed a lot of cars. We've passed on the inside and the outside. We've done all the right things. I don't know that we're as fast as Xfinity Internet down the straightaway, but we're definitely falling through the corners. And you know, hats off to Jim Bowman and this whole 7 team. I mean, we went to Indy, weren't happy with it, and these guys have busted their tails to come back here with a similar package, and albeit a different racetrack, and put us in the catbird seat for this last restart.
Well, we appreciate you taking time. We be interested to watch how you pull this thing off if you get going again. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. There's a lot of hungry race car drivers behind me, so they're going to be pushing, but hopefully experience will play out here, and we can put ourselves in a good spot. So hopefully you guys are having fun up there in the booth, and the fans at home are enjoying it. We're going to go give them a good show.
We always have fun up here.
Yeah, well, he talked about hungry drivers behind him. There's one that's probably as hungry as any driver possible to get a win, and that's the guy that's right behind him with Sheldon Creed in the 18. I mean,
Finished second 10 times. And has
So
yet to
Bob
win a
just
race.
said that
And now
there's
one
rain.
right in
The
front
rain
of
has
him.
stopped
Really close, an opportunity.
on pit road, and that it should be quick to dry.
Kind of positioning
But
or
we could get an
banking this
overtime
thing in.
finish.
Mentally still in the game, ready to go restart if that's what it's going to take.
By the way, the 91 driver Kyle Weatherman has been checked and released from the Infield Care Center. Let's check in now with Marty.
Yeah, good to see that Kyle Weatherman is walking away from the Infield Care Center. Let's check in with Sam McCauley, the crew chief for Sheldon Creed. So this is what you wanted, a shot to be able to race for it. How, though, is your fuel situation, number one, not only for this first potential overtime, but maybe subsequent overtimes?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tight. We're in a similar boat to most of the guys. The seven's in a little better position than us, but we feel like we can make it at least one green light checker, and we'll see from there. I mean, we really want to win the race, and that's what we're here to do. And I'm just really proud of these guys. I mean, to come back from the spin, Sheldon did a great job not getting any damage, and our car's really fast. I think we can race the 7, and I hope we get to put on the shame.
All right, so how about this choose on this restart? A lot of talk on your radio. Tony Hirschman's been chiming in as well. Are you thinking you would rather him go low and use the teammates, or would you rather go high behind what you think will be the 7?
I mean, ultimately we're going to leave it up to Sheldon, but I think the top's been strong, and we've seen guys, even the top 3, all take.
So the Red Sox-Orioles game is in a rain delay. So that does buy us more time to finish this race. Don't know how long it'll be.
Taylor back there to kind of hopefully go with us if we make a run, and we'll just race it out.
You can hear the jet dryers on the racetrack. How are your nerves? You doing okay up here?
All right, yeah. Just ready to go racing.
All right, he's been through this a lot, Rick, as the lead engineer for Denny Hamlin for a long time. A lot of race wins, but Steve, you know this. It's a little bit different when you're sitting in the crew chief seat, isn't it?
Oh, I had a lot of opinions on what we should do or could do until it was my turn to be the guy talking on the radio. And then you get just a little bit, not more nervous, but you realize kind of the buck stops with you. You have to make the decision. But I agree, all that experience in the Cup Series, helping Denny Hamlin go to so many victory lanes. Joe Gibbs Racing does have a great system. We talk a lot about drivers because they're the stars, and that's who gets focused on as they come up through the ranks. But it takes great crew members, great crew chiefs, great engineers. And when a company like Joe Gibbs Racing, they do a great job of kind of promoting from within and grooming this talent.
You see when the jet dryer goes, the gray gets lighter after it has been through there. So they are drying in turns 3 and 4 right now, hoping to get the restart in overtime here in Michigan.
Could be a bit of a delay for the Sox.
There's so much great entertainment out there. Wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
Yeah, I saw that. Mahomes passed behind the back. That was awesome.
The Fun 99 Mini, always $1.99 each.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
So for the Red Sox game, I will not be live at 6:55 now that since it's delayed. But once we get a start time, I'll be live 10 minutes before that start time. So follow the Red Sox on Twitter. Or actually, it's an Orioles home game, so I'd say follow the Orioles on Twitter
for the
better updates, I guess.
All you can eat riblets, shrimp, and boneless wings. $15.99 all day, every day at Applebee's.
After the rains pass through, you always see the bright spot with the rainbow. And we're seeing that right now off to the east. Sun shining at some of the places around the racetrack. As folks are out there on the back deck, Jerry's.
It looks like they're going to try to get this thing restarted.
So as they are continuing to dry the track in turns 3 and 4, let's listen to Dale Jarrett, who's very, very knowledgeable about what it takes to get that first win, as he had 10 second-place finishes, just like Sheldon Creed is in that same position right now.
Some say finishing second hurts more than finishing last, and Sheldon Creed has known that pain all too well. In the past 21 months, Creed has 10 runner-up Xfinity finishes, and they've come in every way imaginable. He has slammed into teammates in last-lap battles for the lead. He has made the wrong split-second decision in the Daytona draft.
Check up a little short.
Road courses, short tracks, and speedways. He's lost at them all.
Get a little everywhere.
He pulled the video game move.
Man, I wish that would have worked. Unbelievable. I understand.
Even a change of scenery this year from Richard Childress Racing to Joe Gibbs Racing has not changed his luck. 3 more second-place finishes in 2024.
Made all the right moves there.
But there's good news for Creed. The 2 men he has tied for the dubious distinction of most Xfinity second-place finishes without a win went on to win championships in NASCAR. After breaking my Xfinity,
Sun is out. Track about ready. Overtime finish coming.
Daniel Hemrick broke through for his first Xfinity win in the same race he claimed a title. So chin up, Sheldon. When you get over this hump, it'll all be downhill from there.
And a win here would be big right now. Of course, he's in second, which he's finished there so many times without that first Xfinity Series win. But again, a reminder, today the announcement was made that he'll race for another team. So 3 different teams in 3 years for Sheldon Creed, because next year he'll be with Haas Factory Team.
You know, it's a bit of a cliche that we've always said, Jeff, or at least I've always said, you know, it's hard to win from 15th, from 10th. When you see guys kind of ascend that mountain in their career, you see them inside the top 15, then the top 10, then the top 5. Well, no one has done it more consistently than this 18 car without finding the top of the mountain. And you just wonder, while he kind of seems to be okay when he talks about it, when that monkey finally jumps off his back, when he finally breaks through victory lane, it could spark quite the run, right? It wouldn't shock me if the first win turns into many in a row or many in a month.
And again, a reminder, the NTT IndyCar Series right now at Worldwide Technology Raceway. They are on CNBC now, and at the conclusion, there you see the live shot of that race taking place. At the conclusion of this race, which the sun is out now, the track is drying. It'll be 3 laps potentially if there's not a second overtime. But at the conclusion of this race, we will join them on USA Network. Let's dial up the driver of the year.
Sandy Smith running third. Let's see what he's got on his mind. Hey, Sandy, USA booth, you got us?
Yep, I got you guys.
All right, sitting there third. What's your game plan?
Oh, man, hopefully if we can get the front row here, have a good restart, and race the Justin Allgaier out, and hopefully we have enough gas. That's the biggest thing right now. Is I felt like we hopefully saved enough under that green flag run. And hopefully we don't run too many caution laps here once we get going, so we have enough fuel.
You think the Toyotas, you got Creed right in front of you, you think there's a chance that he's going to go line up behind Allgaier, or do you think he'll take the bottom?
I'm not sure. I feel like he probably will take the bottom, just with having a green-white checkered here. And it's been a good day, though, for our all-state Peterbilt JRM team. We had that rear go down, and be able to rebound is good. So we just need to close it out here.
All right, bud. We're here, and the track's not that far away, so we're going to leave you alone and let you get back to work. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Now, the sun's shining now on the racetrack, and so the jet dryers are making their way back to turn 1, where they will park, and hopefully very soon we'll hear them fire the engines back up.
So this red flag came out at 6:25, so it's been 12 minutes so far.
Won early last year. Won at Phoenix, hasn't won since. Moved over to Junior Motorsports. Hasn't been the success they hoped it would be. A lot of racing left to go this year, and it's sitting right there in front of him. You win this race today, locks you in the playoffs, and although the year hadn't gotten off to a good start, that would fix it all.
We'll continue with racing here in Michigan tomorrow. Tomorrow's schedule starts off with Pro Motocross from Budds Creek at noon. Then countdown to green at 2 o'clock, 2:30 Cup Series racing. And again, reminder, we're embedded with Ross Chastain and Harrison Burton in stage 2 for tomorrow's Cup race.
Chastain racing, trying to get himself in the playoffs. He was very fast in practice today. He's going to be fun to follow.
And now let's see what Jim Pullman is up to. Marty's down there on the pit box with him.
Yeah, let's chat with him. His driver, Justin Allgaier, in the lead as of right now. So when you made this grand plan at lap 69 to come down pit road, did you have overtimes factored into that?
Bristol Xfinity on the
I think we're
CW.
good for one. I don't know about two, so hopefully get back to the white flag on this one.
Let's talk about Justin Allgaier and Michigan. Crazy, all the things he's done in his career. He's never won here. Where would a win at Michigan kind of rank for both of you?
Pretty high right now. Where we're at in points and what we're fighting for this regular season be pretty good. Cole's had some trouble today, so it'd be pretty big for today. The Hellman's, Mayo, Missile, Chevy Camaro's been really good, and proud of all these guys. Proud of Justin and Eddie up there. They've done a good job of fighting through some adversity. It hasn't been the fastest car down the straightaway, and that's due to our body and the way we've built our car. And we're just really proud of the Hendrick Motor Shop. Just want to point out how good a horsepower they've had, as well as our pit crew. So just proud of everybody here on the Chevy team, Chevy Mayo team.
How do you want Justin to play this restart here? Do you want him to try and find the 8, work with him?
All right, so the red flag has been lifted.
Obviously, but what if the other cars, as the cars fire here, by the way, how do you want him to play this restart?
Yeah, for sure, we need to find the 8.
I really want Sheldon to win.
Try and help him get in to the playoffs and get him a win. Obviously, we want to win ourselves, but always looking for your Chevrolet teammates and your JRM teammates. So hopefully they can link up and stay connected for a little bit and get out front.
Cars have not started moving yet, though.
Fired, Rick. Maybe that's the best
All right,
news
there
of
they
all.
go.
Looks like we'll get a full distance finish here at Michigan.
About a 15-minute red flag there as they were able to
14
drive
minutes.
turns 3 and 4 very quickly to the delight of the fans.
Yeah,
here
14-minute something red flag there.
They want to see this one end under green.
It's going to be an interesting one with so many cars low on fuel. That makes these restarts just always so crazy.
And the other thing is you got some guys like Parker Stigerman, Chandler Smith, Ryan Sieg. They pitted on lap 119, so they're going to be trying to make some stuff happen coming from the back. And how many times have we seen a caution create another caution and create another caution? It's going to be some very aggressive driving when they drop the green flag.
We were hearing drivers, in particular Austin Hill, they were saving fuel just coming off of pit road.
You see them, the fans are getting excited. These cars are on the flat. They're making sure they get as much fuel. Because that's really the thing. A, do you have enough fuel in principle? But B, is it in the right location in the fuel cell? When you go to wide open throttle on the restart, you're asking for instant fuel delivery, instant fuel pressure. Just a little air bubble in that system, or just an air pocket, or just a little bit of miss, would be disaster.
It's funny you said that because so many times we see cars on low fuel. The crew chief will say, "Hey, we got a couple laps left," and they go to drop the green flag, and the car won't go. It does, it runs out of fuel. You talked about the fuel going into that pickup box, and I mean, it is not unusual.
We're going to have 2 to go when we go back green. I really want to see Sheldon win. Fuck Allgaier, too. I don't want to see him win especially.
It used to be a procedure we would go through. So you come around, take the white, or take the choose, coming down the backstretch, swerve to make sure you fill the box, but then actually counterintuitive, but raise the RPM for a little bit. In case there is any sort of bubble, just make sure that the system is fully ready to go. Now, while that does burn a little extra fuel, it also makes sure that the fuel is there when you're ready to ask for it.
This will be the choose as they come by this time. They can know next time by they will get the green flag.
What makes this even more of a challenge is the way this package races with reduced power. If you line up, you get great start, the guy behind you runs out of gas, and your help is gone, your race is over. Your help is gone,
so we're going to get 1 to go this time.
That's why who lines up in front of who right here is a major point.
And right away, we see Creed follow the 7 up to the top.
I actually, seeing how low the 8 is on fuel, I think that's better for Allgaier. My fear was that the 8 was going to line up behind him as a teammate and run out of gas and kind of leave him sitting.
Reed got his teammate, John Hernimacek, lined up behind him.
So it'll be Allgaier and Sammy Smith that will be on the front row.
Let's just remember back to the Cup race in Indianapolis. We saw the 6 of Brad Keselowski come to pit road. If that happens in this situation, that lane moves up. Remember, that's how this all works. There was a change at the front of that race and a little confusion on the restart.
Right.
Well, right now, the control car is the 7. He'll remain the control car unless he has to come to pit road. But if anybody else pulls off, you just pull up. You don't change rows. You don't re-choose.
And just a reminder, Allgaier last came to pit road on lap 69. The other cars up here, Creed, Sammy Smith, Nemechek, Gregson, Taylor Gray, all came to pit road at lap 62. Austin Hill, 62. So 7 laps fewer fuel for those cars that are racing against Allgaier. We know it's going to be close.
We're getting ready to see an aggression
All right.
that we have not seen so far today.
Gonna have 2 laps to go in overtime when we go back to green.
Close the gap up. Pace car is off. Overtime for Michigan.
Sheldon's restarting in 3rd. I feel like he should have just restarted in 2nd.
Stacked up the first 4 rows. And a very even restart. Now jumping out of line. The 18, but he jumps back in line.
That destroyed the energy on the outside.
But here comes the 7. Allgaier trying to get by the 8. He stays high and
Fuck
will
Allgaier.
down the backstretch.
Here's Gregson.
The 18 stays
Come on,
back
Sheldon.
there. He's getting a shove from the 20 of Nemechek.
Come on,
Those
Sheldon.
3 are going to try to surge ahead. Here comes the 30 on the inside.
Fuck.
He'll start to
God
fall
damn
back.
it.
A big gap now between Allgaier and the rest of the field. White flag.
White flag. I don't think they're going to catch him.
Has Allgaier gotten too far out in front?
I think he has.
Creed to the bottom of the racetrack. He still has a little bit of help with Nemechek. Down the backstretch, the field.
Whoa, there we go.
Big wreck. The 88 gets caught up in Carson Quapple.
Carson Quapple's involved. Caution.
The caution comes out. That will end the race.
So the race is over. Oh, shit! Oh, my God!
So
Kyle Sieg went upside down. Jesus Christ. And Justin Allgaier wins at Michigan. Fuck Allgaier. Wow. Kyle Sieg flipped over and over.
Steering wheel off at about
He's all right. That's good to see.
That would have been an interesting battle through 3 and 4 if the caution would not have come out. But let's take another look at why.
Here's what happened.
3 wide down the back straightaway.
So yeah, Quapple got there, and then fucking Kyle Sieg. Jesus Christ.
Everybody up, Sieg upside down. Into
Upside down, and then when he hits the grass, that's gonna do him. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, he just only went up over one time, but yeah, it was a scary crash.
I couldn't tell what started it, some back and forth, but the result, 28 upside down, NASCAR making the absolute correct
Yeah, they had to
decision.
call the caution there, yeah.
Such a severe accident, you got to get safety workers out right away to these drivers.
Didn't really make a difference either.
I think if the cars kind of would have stayed going, we could have seen that race back to the line, Rick. But as soon as any sort of impact, I think the 88 impact to the outside wall was really enough to throw the yellow, but either way, that was it. Finish of the race.
So we waited all that time for
So it seems like it's hard
a
to
minute
tell
and 20 seconds of
45
racing.
gets into the right rear of the 88, gets the car spinning. That's a scary wreck to see.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
Over 3,000-pound cars flying through the air is never a good sight.
There it starts right there, and then just the speed that Kyle was running when he turned around in the 81 of Chandler Smith kind
Jesus
of pushing him at the
Christ.
same time, gets the car launched. That's kind of what happens.
Almost went over again, but then it landed on its wheels.
So you see, and there's the driver right there getting out, you know. But when you see another force, like another car pushing on it, it changes the physics just enough where you see the cars go in the air.
Career win number 25
Fuck Allgaier.
for Justin Allgaier, his first win here at Michigan, and he breaks the tie that he was in with Tommy Houston and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and moves him into 10th all-time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series win list. Through the hatch he will come, Dave.
And there he is, Michigan International Speedway, your winner, Justin Allgaier. A lot of Allgaier fans have been coming out here for years, hoping he would win here at their home track, and he's going to do it today.
Well, America, but boo.
Justin, can you believe it? You finally won at Michigan International Speedway, buddy.
Yeah, hang on here. I'm not very fast at this.
Trying as best he can. And you now possess 10th position all time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in wins.
I feel like I had to win because Dale Jr.'s running Bristol, and we all know he's probably going to win that race after last year. So just cannot say thank you enough to this team, all these guys standing right here. The effort that's been put in has been incredible. We did not show up to Indianapolis 3 weeks ago like we wanted to, and these guys have worked tirelessly through this break. And cannot thank Meyer and Hellman's, everybody that's a part of this program, Brand Fashion Agriculture, Chevrolet, Hendrick Engine Shop. I mean, it's just, it's truly special. And when you're in Michigan, the manufacturer's backyard, these fans, I can hear them all chanting whenever we were sitting in the car on the red flag. But I hope whoever got turned over here is okay, and we'll go on and celebrate this one for a while.
Congratulations, Justin Allgaier winning at Michigan.
2 red flags in overtime, and it's Allgaier who wins. NASCAR Motorsports coverage available on NBCSports.com. Time now for IndyCar Series racing.
Alrighty, y'all. So that's where I'm going to end this shit. I will be live for the Red Sox. They are in a delay. So it's just whenever, like I said, the Red Sox, but I guess follow the Orioles because they might have better updates since it's their home game on Twitter. But yeah, whenever they get a start time, I'll be live 10 minutes before that start time. And yeah, fun times today. I'll be live for the Cup race tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, I want to thank you bitches for watching.